the Dealington Emilington. Hope everybody's doing well, man. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. News you can use, knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Tap in for the latest and the greatest. You feel me? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? All right, we finna jump right into this, man, because I'm a little tired. So we gonna go ahead and just slide right into where we supposed to slide into. You feel me? We gonna just slide right into what we supposed to slide into. You feel me? Who in here with me, man? We had a long day. Streamer University. That was lit. That was lit. Streamers University was lit. Streamer University was lit. Streamer University was lit. Streamers University was lit. Shout out to everybody who was in the live, who was out there earlier, getting it in. Shout out to everybody who was in the live, getting it in, getting it in, getting it in, getting it in with the friend. Getting it in with the friend. Man. All right. Let me see. All right. Let's jump right into this. All right. Chat, chat, chat. What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Kaden, turn that down. Thank you, Papa. All right. Let me see. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Here I am. Chat, how y'all feeling, man? Who in here with me? 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 I got some things to discuss, but we're going to get into that later. All right. Excuse me. I'm going to give y'all a quick little live, man. I'm going to get up out of here because I'm up and tired. I'm up and tired, y'all. Tired, boss. Tired. Tired, boss. I'm further mucking tired. All right. Hey, man, Lil Wack, I appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Lil Wack, you set the precedent for my weekend, man. I just went from one hot place to another. I've been hot all weekend, man. But thank you for having me, Lil Wack. Thank you for welcoming me into your community, man. I appreciate the hospitality. I appreciate the hospitality your homie showed. Appreciate the hospitality your son showed. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. All right, let's jump into this, man. You know what? I want to start here. Something different. Did y'all know that Michael Jackson beat up Tupac? Swear.
Came out of fuck.
Let's get into this. Did you know that Michael Jackson beat up Tupac? Crazy. Untold story. Man.
Michael Jackson was our biggest hero.
Right. Because I bet you didn't know that Michael Jackson whooped out Tupac. I bet you didn't know that.
The kid, I'm just going to talk about Mike for 1 second.
Okay.
The kid.
At 9 o'clock, I need y'all to get into bed. At 9:30, I need y'all to be asleep because y'all have fight training in the morning. Yes. Not talking sleep. Because, Kaden, how many times do you get in trouble for talking and not going to sleep? Okay, so your grandma's sick of that. So let's get into the habit of just not doing it now. Let's stop doing it at home because when I tell y'all to go to sleep, do y'all still be in there whispering? Is that not following instructions? Is that disobeying what I'm asking you to do? Okay, so I'm not the best at making sure y'all do it, which is my accountability, but y'all gonna start getting in trouble for it because the fact is, if I tell you to do something, you should do it. Okay, so y'all a little maybe too comfortable just disobeying when I tell you to do that? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just chill, all right?
Kid that first said that Mike did something to him. He said he took a shower with him. Here it is years later. Mike done died. He says, my parents put me up to it. The feds coerced me. So did Michael do it? No. This is the people saying you got way too much power. Now let's look at this. Who owned Sony? Tommy Mottola. Until Michael Jackson bought up their catalogs.
Bought the whole Beatles catalog.
Not just the Beatles. Not just the Beatles. Jay-Z, Eminem, all of them cats. Michael Jackson make money off of every record they put out. Shut them all down. This is common knowledge. Google it.
Mike was definitely a rep.
Did you hear the story about how Mike got the Beatles, George?
I believe I heard an interview of some. It was Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin said Mike walked in and
they was filming Say Say Say.
Right. And he asked, well, I'll buy the Beatles for.
No, he asked, how much do you think that's
how
worth?
much?
Now, this is a gangster move, how he acquired the Beatles. Nothing to do with how he ended up fighting Tupac, but they're going to get to that. But this is a pretty gangster story.
Exactly. Okay.
$60 million, Mike. Mike was like, that's a lot of money. Fronting, like, you know. He said in between takes, he went and called his people, go buy it. That's all, 60 million. Take 60 million out of my account. Go buy that shit. Came back the next day. You ready to finish filming? Oh, by the way, I bought the Beatles. You what? You bought a fucking beat? You can't own the Beatles. He had a fucking fit. Paul McCartney. Stop being his friend.
Absolutely.
Hurt his fucking feelings. Mike was a shrewd businessman.
He was a gangster.
What's the deal, chat? What's the deal, chat? Nas clutched 7,009. I see.
Gangster move.
Let me tell you another story I heard. You know, Mike and Quincy was tight.
Right.
So for years, you got to remember, they made Off the Wall together, and that was in the 70s. You see what I'm saying? And it took them years to make. And that came out in 79. So if it took them years to make, we talk about 78, 77, maybe 76, they started on this project. So that means Michael Jackson grew up. I mean, watch Quincy Jones' daughters grow up. Fast forward years later, Tupac is dating one of the daughters. I think it was Khadijah.
Yep, over the goddaughter.
Khadijah, yep.
Khadijah. They came out of, Tupac comes out the party, disrespecting Khadijah, like, bitch, shut up. Come the fuck on. Shut the fuck up and get in the car. Mike stepped to him. Yo, you can't talk to her like that. He was like, Mike, mind your fucking business. Mike was like, fuck no, that's like my niece. You ain't gonna just talk to her like that. Michael Jackson and fucking Tupac start rumbling. Michael Jackson beat his ass. They said.
Now, I'm not shocked that Michael Jackson, being from Gary, Indiana, the youngest of a gang of sons, whooped out Tupac, who comes from an activist mother, Black Panther, artistic background. Michael Jackson from the hood, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but like Michael Jackson from the hood, like Gary, Indiana, he from the Trenchianas. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Giving Life? So when Tupac is stepping to Michael Jackson, you feel me? Michael Jackson got 5 brothers. Tupac, I don't think that you really want a problem with Mike, bro. I think that Mike might be more equipped for the situation than what you think, brother.
Tupac loved to fight, but he can't fight.
Just because Tupac, give it to me, Dylan. Just because Tupac loved to fight doesn't mean that he was good at it. You feel me? Like, man. So, I love you. Brush your teeth, wash your face. Love you. Hey, listen, you're going to get in trouble. You have to listen.
Yes.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
Yes.
I don't want to see you get in trouble over that, but it's going to become a thing.
Yes.
Because you have to take that habit to your grandma's house, and y'all are on her nerves. So where do habits start? Over there or over here?
Over here.
Okay. I love you, Pop.
Love you.
Hey, take it serious, fool. Okay, I love you. Maj, Jason, I see you in here, fool. We talking about how Michael Jackson beat up Tupac. Let's run it back.
You can't talk to her like that.
No, it wasn't over, Madonna. They just told you what it was over. Like, listen, they finna tell you, fly boy. They just said what it was over. It's not over, Madonna.
79. So if it took them years to make, we talk about 78, 77, maybe 76. They started on this project. So that means Michael Jackson grew up. I mean, watch Quincy Jones' daughters grow up. Fast forward years later, Tupac is dating one of the daughters. I think it was Khadijah. They came out of Tupac comes out the party disrespecting Khadijah, like, bitch, shut up, come the fuck on, shut the fuck up and get in the car. Mike stepped to him, yo, you can't talk to her like that. He was like, Mike, mind your fucking business. Mike was like, fuck no, that's like my niece. You ain't gonna just talk to her like that. Michael Jackson and fucking Tupac start rumbling. Michael Jackson beat his ass. They said Tupac loved to fight, but he can't fight.
Tupac and Michael.
Tupac and
my bad, Fly Boy. He just popped in.
Michael Jackson.
Now listen. That's new.
You walk outside the club, you see Tupac and Michael Jackson thumping. Like when I say thumping, I mean they like pop, 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 big, pop, pop, pop. And Michael Jackson, pop, pop, big, pop, pow, whooping out Tupac. What do you do next? What do you do next? You come outside, you see Michael Jackson whooping Tupac to the ground. What? Go. What do you do? Hey, and let me ask this question. Go. You think that when Michael Jackson got to heaven, he was like, Jesus, where's Pac? I need my round two. Oh, you think Michael Jackson got to heaven and was like, St. Peter's, where's Tupac? I need my round two. And that nigga was like, bad line.
Who's the mix?
You gotta remember,
Pac, Mike here, you got face.
Remember, number one, Mike came up in the house with how many brothers?
Oh, yeah.
Do you got brothers?
No.
You ain't got brothers. You got brothers? Okay, so I have 4 brothers. That's how I learned how to fight. They punch you in the mouth over a fucking chicken wing.
Yeah.
And your anger ain't gonna let you let that slide, whether you can beat them or not.
You gonna fight.
And you gotta learn how to fight. My brother Jamak, when he was 13, he was about 240, 6'2". Took me out in the street, put on boxing gloves in front of all his homies, beat my ass every day until I could fucking fight. And one day I caught him with a couple of lucky ones. I can say now it was lucky ones because my brother Matt can fight. And he was like, okay, all right, you ready. So the word in the neighborhood is this kid is the golden child. You know what I'm saying? So one day I bumped into this dude at the Chinese store and knocked this food out his hand. And he went to grip me up. And the boy next to him like, yo, you don't want to do that. He's like, why not? This motherfucker knocked me. You don't want to deal with his brothers. He the soft one. Soft? Who the fuck is you? Soft?
Oh. You got to prove that you're hard.
Oh, fuck no, soft.
That's really how it goes. So I don't know why y'all thought anything would be different from Mike Jackson from Gary, Indiana. Mike Jackson is from the hood, man. Billie Jean is not my lover. He's a fader. Michael Jackson's a fader, bro. He ain't playing. You know Michael Jackson beat up Tupac? Crazy. You come outside the club, you see Michael Jackson whooping out Tupac. Tupac, what do you do next? And then even deeper than this, you moonwalk up out of here. But then look, I said when Michael Jackson got to heaven, you think he's like, hey, St. Peter's, where's Pac? I need my round two.
Oh, hell.
I'm the only one that didn't know Michael Jackson whooped out Tupac? Wow. Where do you think you know a person?
Hell no. I can't have that reputation on me. And I'm a rapper out here in these streets. So in other words, without my brother, I ain't shit, right? That's what you're trying to say? So I went home. I rolled me a joint, fat ass joint. It was a spliff, big old fat joint. Bought me a 40, drank that 40, smoked that spliff, and was walking through Winfield looking for the first motherfucker say anything.
That nigga said, nah, you just beat it. Hilarious. Hilarious.
Because I'm going to get this rep tonight. Ran up on this dude named Keith Hightower. Keith Hightower. And he was talking shit about my sister's girlfriend. Everybody thought she was our cousin because she was around so much. I'm like, fuck you say about my cousin? Pussy, I'll beat your ass. Unbeknownst to me, that Keith Hightower in the neighborhood is the knockout artist. Don't know.
Now, we're going to move around this story because he's talking more about Keith Hightower than he is about Michael Jackson and Tupac. And we actually want to keep it about Michael Jackson and Tupac. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide down because I made notes. Boom, let's go into this.
I own Sony's publishing. Every time Beyonce and Jay-Z make a song, Michael was getting a check.
That the hard way. To the surprise of many fans, it seems Michael may have taught Tupac a tough lesson about not judging a book by its cover. Let's dive in.
So Michael Jackson whooped Tupac's.
Okay.
Tupac was walking out of the venue with his then girlfriend, Kidada Jones. Now, if you don't know,
Khadijah, not Kadada. Khadijah, not Kadada.
Kidada is the daughter of legendary music producer Quincy Jones, who just so happens to be super tight with Michael Jackson. So in a way, Kidada was like family to Michael, basically like a niece to him. As the story goes, Tupac was allegedly cussing Kidada out as they were leaving the tent.
The AI is crazy calling our girl Kadada when her name is Khadijah.
And everybody knows Pac had a fiery temper and didn't always hold back his words, especially when emotions were running high. Now, Michael supposedly witnessed this little outburst and felt a type of way about it, so he steps in, telling Tupac not to talk to Kidada like that. But of course, Pac being Pac, he wasn't the type of guy to back down or take orders from anyone, not even Michael Jackson.
Tupac comes out the party.
Tupac taking orders from Michael Jackson as well.
Disrespecting Khadijah, like, shut up, come on, shut the up and get in the car. Mike stepped to him, yo, you can't talk to her like that. Mike, mind your business. Mike was like, no, that's like my niece. You ain't gonna just talk to her like that.
Allegedly, things got heated, words were exchanged, and a scuffle broke out. And according to the rumor, Michael came out on top. Some say Michael Jackson actually put hands on Tupac and won the fight.
Michael Jackson beat his. They said Tupac loved to fight, but he can't fight.
Now that's the part of the story that makes people pause and go,
Tupac loves to fight, but he can't fight. Yeah, I'm not gonna front. We've heard many a story about how Tupac wasn't the best. Squabbly wobbly, drop it like it's hot. You feel me?
wait, what? I mean, Michael Jackson, the king of pop, moonwalking into a fistfight and beating up one of hip-hop's most feared icons? It sounds crazy, almost too wild to believe, but to some folks, the story kind of makes sense when you dig deeper. See, Michael didn't grow up soft. He was raised in a rough household with a bunch of brothers.
And then you got to remember too, her name is Khadijah. The AI is pronouncing it Kadada. But you got to remember too, Michael Jackson had all brothers and had what some would say was a more aggressive father. So it does make sense for Michael Jackson to whip out Tupac because again, Tupac was raised by his mama and, you know, more of like a single mom household and all that kind of stuff. Whereas Michael Jackson, all brother, or, you know, a house full of brothers and raised by a daddy that's, you know, they say is a little bit aggressive. You know about Joe Jackson, you know about Joe Jackson. You feel me? You don't know about Joe Jackson. Don't worry about Joe Jackson.
There's a strict, no-nonsense father, Joe Jackson, who, by many accounts, was abusive and even had a background in boxing. There are stories that Michael was the only one who dared to stand up to their dad, so while his public image was all soft-spoken and gentle, there might have been a tougher side to him that the world never really saw. On the flip side, while Pac had that thug persona and loved to throw hands, there's been talk from people who knew him that he actually wasn't that great at fighting. He had the heart, but maybe not the hands. Still, there are industry insiders who flat out deny this entire incident ever happened. They say there's no way Michael and Pac ever physically fought.
Some guy is telling the story, some guy I've never heard of, was that Michael Jackson beat up Tupac.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lie.
Right. And I'm like, and they're like, it could have happened. It could have happened.
For one, Michael was insanely famous at that point, and he didn't move around alone. He rolled deep with security that treated him like he was the president of the United States. Nobody was getting close enough to throw a punch, and Tupac was also at the height of his fame, constantly surrounded by his own crew. So even
Nah. I think Mike whooped out Pac, bro.
if there was
I think Mike might have whooped out Pac, bro, because that actually makes sense. I'm not gonna front. Michael Jackson whooping out Tupac does make sense, bro. I'm not gonna front. It does.
this tension, an actual one-on-one fight breaking out between the two just doesn't add up for some people.
First of all, how big Pac was and how big Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson had security. He used to run around with security like the president.
J. Cole and Diddy got into a fight. So if J. Cole and Diddy can get into a fight, you mean to say that Tupac and Michael Jackson can't get into a fight? Like that? Nah. I'm not hearing it. If J. Cole and Diddy can get into a fight and J. Cole can swing off on Diddy, Why that can't? Nah.
So you
I think Mike whooped out Pac, bro. I ain't gonna front. I think Michael Jackson whooped out Pac. I think that happened. I ain't gonna lie. Now, chat, let me know what y'all think. But I think that Michael Jackson got the better of that situation. J. Cole ended up throwing the hands. It was Drake and Diddy. Well, Diddy did put hands on Drake, but J. Cole got up on Diddy.
really think that this series
And then T.I. Homie used Drake as the restroom. That actually happened. That was a real thing where Drake got used as a toilet.
gonna let him and Pac have a fair fight? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
But here's where things get interesting, because even if the fight rumor is bogus, there was some real tension between Michael and Tupac, and it had to do with music. According to Napoleon from the Outlaws, Tupac was actually really hyped about the idea of working with Michael Jackson. He got the call and was ready to jump on a track, but when Pac showed up at the studio, Michael wasn't there. Instead, Tupac was told to just lay down his verse solo, and that right there didn't sit right with him. Pac took it as a sign of disrespect and immediately walked out. He felt like if Michael really wanted to work with him, he should have shown up in person.
Michael Jackson wanted to do a song with Pac, and this is what Pac said. And he went to the studio, he was excited because he wanted to do that song and meet Michael Jackson. When he got to the studio, Michael Jackson wasn't there.
Right. You Rock My World video, he threw a cold little
Pac said, I walked out. Pac wanted to be more personal. Before I do a song with you, let's meet. Tell me what type of maybe lyrics you want me to say. But, so I guess he was like, man, he wasn't feeling that.
After that, things supposedly turned sour. The story goes that Michael was upset Pac walked out and, in response, chose to work with Biggie instead, who, at the time, was Pac's biggest rival. Quincy Jones' son, QD3, would later back that up by saying Tupac's team tried to get Michael on the song Thug Nature, but Jackson declined out of loyalty to Biggie. However, that version of events got challenged too. Danny Boy, a former Death Row artist, claimed the story was false. He said he was actually there when Michael listened to Tupac's All Eyes on Me album and that Michael liked it. He also pointed out that Suge Knight was close to the Jacksons at the time, which makes it hard to believe there was serious bad blood.
Being in a meeting with Michael Jackson and the All Eyes.
Now, I don't think that the bad blood couldn't have been there. I think that as men, Tupac was out of line and Michael Jackson had to get him in line. I think that both things can be true. I think Tupac had to get corrected and Michael Jackson corrected him.
Eyes on Me album being played for him. And Michael went crazy. I don't see him saying that he messed with Biggie and not with Tupac. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, Suge and the Jacksons are very close. They were at that time. So, like, that just don't sound right to me. But that Machiavelli album wasn't a Play With Me album neither. It was pretty rough content, lyrics.
So when it's all said and done, what's the truth? Did Michael and Tupac really throw hands? Did Michael pick Biggie over Pac out of loyalty? Or is all of this just industry myth that got twisted over time? Honestly, we may never know the full story. Michael in the streets. But despite all the rumors and supposed drama between Michael Jackson and Tupac, there's another side to Michael's life that most fans have never cared about. This side of Michael involves alleged ties to gang culture. Now, it might sound
now y'all don't know that Mike was outside doing the thing, man. Mike was outside doing the thing, man. But see, here goes the thing, Flyboy. If we had social media back in those days, things would have been a little bit different. We never heard about any of these little Diddy accusations until they hit the internet in 2026. You feel me? People were saying whatever, making little rumors or whatever. But think about how many things, including this, never actually made it into our space and never actually made it into the airwaves because there was no social media. There was nothing like that to kind of broadcast these things. And now that social media is available, you got these dudes coming back and telling these stories. And it's just like, man, you ninjas was living crazy. And if you wanted the best example of that, if you guys are ever bored, go look at the dark side of WWF. Those documentaries, the dark side of WWF, man, your favorite WWF wrestler was living La Vida Loca. But it was no social media or nothing like that at the time. So nobody knew but the people living.
Completely out of left field to even mention Michael's name in the same sentence as gangs, but over the years, there have been a few interesting moments in his career that suggest he may have had some real interactions and even connections with street gangs. In particular, there's been a lot of talk about Michael's link to the Crips, one of the most notorious gangs in America, and it all seems to go back to a very specific moment in his early solo career. Let's rewind to the early 80s during the making of the music video for Beat It. By this point, Michael had already proven he was a superstar, and he wanted the video to send a strong message, especially about ending violence. But he didn't want it to come off as fake or corny, so instead of hiring a bunch of actors to play gang members, Michael had a bold idea. He decided to bring in the real deal. He reached out and cast actual gang members from the streets of LA, specifically real-life Crips and Bloods, along with 80 more street-affiliated individuals, including members from the Barrio Nuevo Estrada gang. He wanted the video to be raw, real, and impactful. To make this happen, Michael connected with the LAPD's gang task force, who helped him get in touch with the East Coast Crips. That moment right there was the first real connection between Michael and the 716 East Coast Crips, who were the only Crip set involved in the Beat It shoot. Michael had a bus sent to Florence and Hooper, deep in the heart of South Central LA, just to bring them downtown to the video shoot in Skid Row. Now you can probably imagine the tension. You've got Crips and Bloods on the same set. At first, there were a few scuffles and confrontations, it's almost expected, but Michael being Michael with that calm, almost otherworldly energy,
Stop fighting at my video shoot before I whoop you the same way I whooped Tupac. Don't play with me. Think it's a game? You'll be out of here. And then he moonwalks off.
managed to bring peace to the set. By the time the shoot wrapped up, these rival gang members were coexisting and even vibing together. And it wasn't just business. Michael made sure they were treated well. Everyone was paid, fed, and in between takes, they hung out near his trailer. Michael even gave them autographed pictures and Victory Tour tickets as gifts. Fast forward a few years to 1987, and Michael was bigger than ever. He dropped his iconic Bad album, and with it came another massive hit, The Way You Make Me Feel, and the video was also shot in Skid Row. But this time, Michael tapped into another Crip set, the 890 East Coast Crips. There's even
Let me find out that Michael Jackson was cool with the East Coast Crips, bro. Let me find out that that's East Coast Jack.
been this iconic behind-the-scenes photo from that shoot. In it, you can see a gang member named Boxer from 890 ECC standing right beside Michael, both of them throwing up the East Coast Crip hand sign.
He was throwing up never.
Stop there. He kept the authenticity going by involving other local gangs for the shoot's background and set decoration. He let them paint graffiti art on the set, repping their hoods. Among the crews involved were Fights Broadway Gangster Crips, 107 Hoovers, Zenith 13, 18th Street, and of course, the East Coast Crips. It turned the video into a colorful mix of real street culture, and Michael looked completely at home in the middle of it all. You know how word spreads in the industry.
The East Coast Crips definitely had it. If all this is true, the East Coast Crips for sure had Michael Jackson's back. He was for sure good with the coast. For sure good with the coast. If all this is true, he was for sure good with the coast. For sure.
Soon, even Eazy-E from NWA was talking about it, adding to whispers that Michael Jackson, the king of pop, might have had some gang ties.
Look at Michael Jackson. He got all these gangbangers behind him, and they don't with him. Right?
Yeah.
And then there's the music. Around this time, Michael recorded the now rare track, I'm So Blue, and followed it up with a song called Blue Gangsta. Whether or not that title had anything to do with his street affiliations is up for debate, but fans couldn't help but draw connections. Then in 2003, Michael made a dramatic return to his hometown of Gary, Indiana, the first time he had been back in over 20 years. The whole city lit up. It was a huge event.
Now, I would play the Michael Jackson song Blue Gangster, but we all know that that's going to hit me with a copyright strike. But Michael Jackson said, I'm affiliated. Stop playing with that.
In classic MJ style, he bought out an entire KFC and started handing out pieces of chicken to the fans who had packed the parking lot waiting to see him. People were crying, screaming, even fainting, and allegedly members of the Vice Lords and Gangster Disciples were in the crowd that day. Now, despite his well-known affiliation with the Crips, Michael also had connections with other influential figures, including drug lords. One of the wildest examples of this happened when Michael went to Brazil to shoot the music video for his politically charged track, They Don't Care About Us. The video, known for its raw energy and powerful message, was shot in one of Rio de Janeiro's most notorious favelas, Santa Marta. At the time, Santa Marta wasn't just any slum, it was under the tight grip of Marcio Amaro de Oliveira, better known on the streets as Mercinho VP, a legendary Brazilian drug lord who practically ran the area. Now, here's where it gets crazy. The Brazilian police wouldn't even enter Santa Marta because of how dangerous it was, but Michael wanted to shoot his video right in the heart of that favela. So what did his team do? They had to go straight to the source, the man who controlled the territory. Katia Lund, a Brazilian filmmaker working with Spike Lee at the time, was tasked with negotiating with Marcinho VP for Michael's safety. Despite being a feared drug boss, Marcinho VP turned out to be a huge Michael Jackson fan. He basically sent a message back saying, if you come shoot in Santa Marta, you could lay $1 million on the ground with all your camera gear and nobody will touch a thing.
Now there is another controversy for Michael. Newspapers in Rio say Jackson paid protection money to the kingpin who runs that poor neighborhood for permission to shoot the video. Spike Lee says someone was paid. He doesn't know who. And Michael Jackson, as usual, isn't saying anything.
As long as Michael Jackson is in town, this place will be the safest spot on earth. That's
Hey, Michael Jackson was a real one. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Golly.
the kind of global power and street respect Michael carried. He didn't need an army, just his name was enough to keep a dangerous favela locked down and peaceful. Michael's gangster side didn't walk around waving guns or throwing up sets. He played the music business game with a kind of dominance that some would argue was even more intimidating. Michael was getting money from everywhere, from Jay-Z to Beyonce, from Eminem to the Beatles. Why? Because Michael Jackson owned Sony's music publishing catalog, and that included the rights to millions of songs. So every time an artist under Sony released music, Michael got a cut. King of Pop was also the king of residuals. He owned the publishing rights to the Beatles catalog, something that even Paul McCartney wasn't too thrilled about, and that control over the industry made Michael a low-key boss in his own right. Nobody moved without Michael getting a slice.
You know what's gangster? I own Sony's publishing. Every time Beyonce and Jay-Z make a song, Michael was getting a check. I bought the Beatles.
Yeah.
While I'm doing the video with the Beatles.
I bought the Beatles while doing the video with the Beatles. Sheesh. Sheesh. Crazy.
That's gangster.
And if you ever doubted his power, just look at the situation with Eminem. Things started bubbling around November 2002 when Michael had that infamous moment where he dangled his baby, Prince, over a hotel balcony. The media went crazy and Michael caught a lot of heat. He later said he held his son tightly and didn't mean any harm. He was just trying to let fans see his baby. Fast forward to June 2003, Eminem was touring in the UK on his anger management tour. While staying at a hotel in Glasgow, Eminem decided to mock Michael by doing a parody. He walked to his hotel balcony, wearing a mask like Michael had, and held up a fake baby, pretending to toss it around. Michael didn't respond, and Eminem took that silence as a green light to go even harder. On November 19, 2003, while Michael was dealing with a massive scandal, he had just been issued an arrest warrant over extremely serious allegations, Eminem kept pushing. Michael was at one.
Now, I never really remember why Michael Jackson, when it's all said and done, I don't know why why Eminem was tripping on Michael Jackson. That didn't make sense.
One of the lowest points of his career, fighting for his freedom and reputation. But that didn't stop Eminem. Just a few months later, in September 2004, Eminem dropped Just Lose It, the lead single for his fifth album, Encore. Then in October, he released the music video, and that's when it got disrespectful. In the video, Eminem plays parodies of various celebrities, Madonna, MC Hammer, Pee Wee Herman, but when it came to Michael, he went all in. He mocked Michael's plastic surgeries, with scenes of his nose falling off, and reenacted the 1984 Pepsi commercial incident where Michael's hair caught fire. He even dressed up like Michael and danced in pajamas while mocking the allegations Michael was battling in real life. The worst part was the lyrics matched the disrespect. About a week after Eminem dropped
I'm not sure why Eminem did that. That was pretty wild.
The Just Lose It video, things finally reached a boiling point. On October 12, 2004, Michael Jackson decided to speak out. He called in live to Steve Harvey's morning show in Los Angeles, and for one of the few times in his career, Michael publicly expressed how deeply hurt and furious he was. During the interview, Michael said, "I am very angry at Eminem's depiction of me in his video. I feel that it is outrageous and disrespectful. It's one thing to spoof, but it's another to be demeaning and insensitive. I've admired Eminem as an artist, and I was shocked by this. The video was inappropriate and disrespectful to me, my children, my family, and the community at large." Steve Harvey also chimed in, saying Eminem had basically lost his hip-hop pass for that disrespect. Michael didn't stop there. He publicly called on major video platforms like BET, MTV, and VH1 to take down the Just Lose It video. Out of all of them, only BET agreed to remove it. Then a day after the interview, Michael revealed he was considering suing Eminem over the video.
Yeah, now I can see why Michael Jackson is like, nigga, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I'm waiting on you, Chico Beans. He's like, you playing with me, nigga? You know who I am? Stop playing with me.
But ultimately, that lawsuit never materialized. Instead, his fans stepped up, and they were relentless. Jackson supporters around the world started protesting the Just Lose It video, demanding it to be removed from rotation on every major platform, MTV, VH1, Music Choice, and more. On November 11th, 2004, a large group of Michael's fans gathered right outside Times Square, protesting in front of MTV's iconic show TRL, or Total Request Live. Their signs and energy was all aimed at getting Eminem's video pulled from air, but despite the loud message, nothing happened. But Michael played the long game, and that moment came on May 31st, 2007. That's when Michael, through his company Sony ATV, made a power move. He purchased famous music and made...
All right, man. So that's that for Michael Jackson fighting Tupac. We're going to keep going, though, staying in rotation. Chat, y'all staying kicking. We got some more things going on. Munchie B went off on Adam 22. Waiting on my man Chico Beans to send me another video. Y'all stay rock out, man. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. We are gone. We finna jump right back into this Kantiana, though, y'all. We finna jump right back into this Kantiana because it's a lot going on in our space. In our space, it's a lot of things going on. You feel me? It's a lot of things going on in my space, your space, our space. That's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna make you dance. It's your chance. Come on, think that man. Now song stuck in my head. Goodness gracious. In the meantime, let's get to this. Here it is.
Jeff, shout out Flacco. I don't have no problem with Flacco.
Bullshit. You
Hear me out. Hear me out.
for two.
You ain't let me talk. Hear me out. So I don't support that him and Flacco was doing when they did that little
I didn't do.
Yes, you did.
I was thinking on.
And knowing they're gonna come back and try to read out. No, I was there. Like, I don't support that.
Hey, no, he almost tripped him up though.
Yeah.
He was like,
so Flacco set him up.
Hey, he
No,
almost him into doing it for it.
I can't even say Flacco set Terrell up because I've been knowing him all my life, and it's a sharp young man right here. He know what he be doing, and he do it on purpose.
Yeah, like he act like he didn't know what went on tour.
Yeah.
And then explain the whole.
You know what I'm saying? They would have laughed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's messed up though.
Back on
homie.
Figgity, for real. Hey, you tripping.
That is crazy that he keep on messing with you, saying you had a gun in your pocket and all that. That's wild. That is crazy, bro.
And he didn't. That was a cell phone case.
Who keeps saying that?
Somebody said you had a gun in your pocket, man.
It wasn't. I seen it. I zoomed in. It was a cell phone case.
Why you zoom in? You the police.
I'm the police for zooming in because I went back and corrected, let them know that was a cell phone case.
That part.
It wasn't no gun.
Munchie B already said that it was a firearm. Munchie B, out of his own words, in his own mouth, out of his own admission, said that it was a Munchie B said that. He said that on his own platform, out of his own mouth. So yeah.
So what if it was?
It wasn't though. Ain't no if ands. If ands or buts, it would have been a fifth. We'd all be drunk.
Hey, was that a badge, Whack Hat?
Yep.
That was.
I'm talking to T-Real about his uncle.
Oh, you talking about the badge that he showed?
Was that a badge?
Man, that was some Halloween.
That was some Halloween. Me too.
Right.
That was some Halloween. Come on, my boy. I mean, I know. I mean, you know, gotta protect themselves up there, man. It's getting crazy up there.
I don't be feeling uncomfortable up there though.
You don't? So why you quit?
Because Adam Buddy recorded me and posted some story, and Flacco called the police up there.
Pedro, that's on him.
So they recorded you without you knowing.
Without me knowing. I didn't know until the next day. He said 19 hours. Oh, and I was at No Jumper in real time at that time.
Yeah.
And then
why is Smack making that noise against the camera? That is disgusting. It's gross.
While we recording, the police was in the parking lot. And I didn't know why, but that was the reason because Poetic Federal, your boy, your man's, called the police up there now.
Ain't
Nigga,
no
I got
way.
I got 2 daughters and a grandson. I got to be free. I go to Burbank to go to work, not court. But it ain't got nothing to do with Jay Hood, like, because, you know what I mean?
Ain't no that. So, in that with that incident, so you think bro really called the police to come up there? Because I was wondering why the police actually come up there. Did they come up there for a gun incident? Or what did they say they came up there for? Because what was the call?
You know what's crazy? Munchie B's also not mad at Adam, who said that he had a gun at No Jumper. Adam said that. But I guess we won't talk about Adam saying it. I guess Adam saying it is only a problem if y'all not cool with Adam no more. But Adam definitely said that. He was the one who actually put it into the atmosphere that Munchie B had a gun. And then Munchie B said that he had a gun. So I'm not sure what exactly is quite going on here, but it is some flammery, some skullduggery, and an awful lot of larceny.
No, they ended up when I came out, they had cleared it out.
They cleared it out, but what call did they say they had?
I don't know. I ain't talked to them. What you mean?
Well, I don't know they was up there for a gun then.
Hey, listen. I'm leaning in because young Ant is hollering at Jay here, so I'm leaning in. So, you know what I'm saying, keep it close to the mic because he called my phone.
Yeah.
I didn't know I don't know if it was his metaglass or a phone. Just filmed me and put me on the story. So when I get home, Poetic Federal did a video that was 2 hours old. Talking about Spotty stood on business, Jay Hood again, talking about Mark, had me on quiet, and he ain't gonna do nothing but shoot somebody. I'm like, why you keep talking about shooting something? And then I wake up in the morning, they sending me. I'm like, okay, looked at this story, and this called the Babylons. Your boy, Frederick, called the police.
How you know that?
Frederick Droller.
Because
you didn't talk to him.
I ain't talking to that for nothing.
You didn't even talk to the police, so how you know?
Dang. T-Rail sticking up for Munchie, or sticking up for Flacco, calling the Janitis on Munchie B. Dang, T-Rail cool with Flacco calling the Sharks on Munchie B. Sheesh.
Who called him?
I was about to go out there.
But that was to real how they did that with the metal glasses or some old.
And keep it real.
So you supposed to be on that.
Me quitting ain't even got nothing to do with no jumper because the dude Vail don't work there. He was up because he went viral. He had the metal glasses on. He recorded. Whooped it went viral.
You're right.
And then Poetic Federal, wherever he at, he ended up there. So it ain't really nothing to do with no jumper. But yo, associates play too much,
your
bro.
Homies, they came with you.
No.
So you don't trust there now.
I don't like what happened.
You don't like.
It's not that you don't like it. If you don't like it enough not to go back, I bet you Munchie B go back to no jumper. You don't like it enough not to stay from over there.
That
I don't like what happened. I ain't
mad at him.
I don't like what happened, man. Playing the police games, I don't play with.
But this is what I've been trying to tell you, Munchie, about that dude, man, that platform. Everybody that been on that platform, except for our like generation and crew that was on there, after us, everybody went to jail. Everybody,
including Munchie.
What they got to do with the platform?
The devil.
Janky.
You're on the devil's platform. You're in his house.
If you employing Bloods, Crips, and criminals, what you think will happen?
Oh, you a criminal?
Bloods, Crips, and criminals, bro.
Are you calling yourself a criminal?
That's gangbangers, and you employing them. Hey,
you can't.
We go to jail.
I can associate myself with a gangbanger and not go to jail. If I associate myself with you, sooner or later I'm gonna go to jail.
Yep.
If you employ.
Yep. No jumper seems like the greatest place to work, don't you?
80% gang members, 60% go to jail during they stint there for sure.
Well, I get what he's saying.
Oh, so we can't.
Four extras went 5 violations while working there. The dumb Crip Mac dude did a fed little short stint. You got Young and Hefe locked.
You saying Crip Mac is dumb and you went to jail at no jumper just like Crip Mac. Does that make you just as dumb as Crip Mac? If you say Crip Mac is dumb and then you proceed to go to jail at the same place Crip Mac went to jail at for similar situations, pals, is it safe to say that you are you smarter than a Crip Mac?
Up right now, suspect locked up.
Third Street.
I went last year. But that's gonna happen. He just employs some regular people.
Why is that gonna happen? Why just can't change their life?
Be good. I don't do crime. I change one.
That's what I'm saying. How 60% don't go to jail because they gang members?
I can't speak for everybody else on why they go to jail, but I don't do crime no more. I'm just.
You did go to jail though. That's crazy. Was that story true? Where you in the car?
Hell no, bro.
I don't believe that. Ain't doing Munchie like that, bro.
That's your uncle, bro.
Not doing Munchie like that. He's a real BT in this section, man.
Now, T-Rail is podcasting. Smack is meat munching. He's smacking his lip. He's smacking his lips on the meat right now. T-Rail is asking some real questions, giving us what we need, giving us news you can use, knowledge you ain't getting nobody's college. Smack just living up to this name, smacking the meat.
That's another thing. I got blessed, bro. I was clearly guilty of what I went to jail for, and I just had a good lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And then
I don't know why the hell Munchie B just went on camera and said I was clearly guilty of what I went to jail for, but I just had a good lawyer, when they can just refile off of this admission. Why would you? What is wrong with these dudes, bro? Why would you go and say I was clearly guilty of what they arrested me for, but I had a good lawyer, so I beat the case? Nigga. What? That's crazy.
I walked.
Hey, when Ant called though, was Ant really directing his free line? Was he really directing his conversation and his animosity towards J Hood at that time? Because J Hood said, "Look, check this out. I'm the only right here that really, I ain't."
Yeah, Smack just there to be there. It'd be dope with the dude Sharky. He does a great job. Smack just there to be there. But I like how T-Rail's quietly phased. Y'all peep that T-Rail's quietly phasing Smack out and putting Sharky in. And Sharky done did way more back on Fig than Smack has ever done. In like a couple weeks, Sharky's low-key went way up past Smack.
Even say, "Are you mad at me?" Did you make that call specifically for him to talk to J Hood?
Did I make that call? I can't call J
Well,
Hood.
him calling you, so you know, hey, call me around 2:00. I'll be here.
No.
And then boom, you had him
Young Ant knows exactly where they gonna be at what time.
call you because
Hey, what is sniping? You say self-sniping. When people are like, hey, can I stream sniping? What does that mean? Can somebody tell me what the sniping thing means?
you knew this is gonna be on the platform, so he could holler at him.
I didn't know you had words for him.
Oh, you didn't know you had words for him?
No, him and Tony Minutes, they hit me and he's like, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow when y'all log or whatever. But it was almost to the end, so I thought it was, you know what I'm saying. But I didn't know he was about to get at J Hood about nothing. But he said something about him speaking up on some what he said. Oh, he ain't gonna get out for like a year because he got a federal hold or something.
Yeah, they thought he was still on that Fed parole, but he's not, and it's clear from all of it.
Yeah, I think he just irritated because he's sitting in jail for something he didn't take part in, and like, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, but
Don't you feel good starting your own platform, knowing you didn't have to go on somebody else's platform to boost your platform? You already got a following, got to be a good feeling for sure.
I thought it was more so towards Adam.
Yeah,
but he knocked on the door with Adam a little bit, and then it kept getting back to J Hood though. You know what I mean?
I feel like he was just giving Adam the runaround.
And then you have somebody in the chat says, you bozo. He said that he got off with lesser time, not scot-free. Okay, bozo. The district attorney can still go and hear that and then refile based off new evidence, bozo. So even if you got off lesser time, bozo, you should never admit to being guilty of a crime and then saying you got off lesser time or got no time, bozo. Because then the district attorney can refile the case based off new evidence and based off new admissions of guilt, bozo. How do I know? Because I'm an idiot and I did that. That's how I know. Because because I was a bozo and I actually made that mistake before, bozo.
Like yeah. Shut up. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, Jay, you know what I'm saying, Spotty Face, what's going on? You feel me talking to you? Yeah. You just don't blow up. Did you do a reaction on Ant?
Yeah.
Why he didn't get at you?
I did a reaction to Fetty Nash, Poetic Federal, and Pablo's reporting fake news.
Oh, that's actually really crazy.
You know, it's crazy because Flacco's the one who actually put out the fake news, not the dude from Pueblos. The dude from Pueblos actually had to suffer the consequences, but Flacco's the one who actually put that out.
Pablos was crazy. Why would
No jumper curse yourself, fool?
He get on there and do that?
He was following behind Flacco.
No. Flacco ain't did no like that.
He was following behind, but he said it. I was reporting off the news, what I heard from Flacco.
He could be listening to him. How report what Flacco saying. Flacco listening to that.
Man, listen, how the is you going? Shout out to dude. I don't know him. You feel me? He cool dude. But how you gonna report something off of Flacco and that's your area? How you don't know? You're not tapped in. You're not in your section like that. Right. And come to find out.
So Smack is showing his distaste towards Seti Nash. And because Seti Nash hangs around the rolling 60s, Smack is taking this as an opportunity to down talk and to downplay Seti Nash. Because if you guys pay attention, they only do this kind of conversation. Oh, that's supposed to be your area. That's supposed to be your blah, blah, blah. They only talk like that about the dudes who are from the Crenshaw district or have some sort of affiliation with the neighborhood Crips. Nobody's talking about the fact that Almighty Suspect's in PC right now, and he called from jail and started naming off Munchie B's homies, and Munchie B got quiet. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about how an Almighty Suspect called in from jail, protective custody, he started listing off being with Munchie B's homies. Nobody's talking about that. But when it comes to Seti Nash or anything to do with the Rolling 60s or the neighborhood Crips or anything in that affiliation, there's always some sort of microaggression. There's always some sort of microaggression. Always, 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 always. And I'm just noticing how these dudes will always kind of throw these little shots or have these little statements without really having too much positive to say. You feel me? Ninjas will defend Flacco, and they'd be like, oh, Seti, ain't you supposed to be this? Ain't you supposed to be that? Now, this is no defense of Seti Nash because Seti Nash definitely reported falsely, and he had to deal with the powers that be as he dealt with the powers that be. Not my business. But what I am noticing is the way these dudes make these little attacks and the way these dudes make their little ahs. You feel me?
That is none of my business. But I'm tapped in over there. I know all of them. You know, we know them. And they like basically he stay out the way. He don't come down there no more. You feel me? His sister is a real one. She's still locked in down there. You feel me? But they like he did some bullshit and he got to tap in now. He got to come holler. But you know that's their business. Ain't none of my business though.
You sit here and say, "Oh, that's their business." Ain't none of my business though. I mess with his content after you just drug this man's name through the dirt. Like what? Come on, bro.
Oh, he got to still come holler.
Yeah, they say he got to come tap in. B team.
And now you have Smack, who's from Trouble, Munchie B, who is from Inglewood Families, talking about what has to happen within a community that is to their rival. Interesting.
That was. I want to come log in. I'm gonna keep it G. If I did that, it's like, hey, come log in, bro. I'm not coming to log in, man.
Look, cold part about it, his sister the one putting it out there like, BT, you need to go.
Hey, look.
I heard.
His sister tripping. She like, I'm in the Peplos right now, blood.
Please don't make any more videos. Come.
Well, that's conversation to Woo. So when they talking about the B team and the sister and all that, that was that Woo, the dude from Pueblos who I sat down and I interviewed with. I'm not sure whatever became of that situation, but I just think that it's very interesting how when it came to Woo, it was a lot more respect. It was a lot more, whatever. But then when it came to Seti Nash talking about the same thing, it's, oh, he's supposed to be this, he's supposed to be that. It's crazy how one person got his name treated with respect for the same circumstances in the same situation where someone else got dragged. And the only difference is the affiliation or the allied affiliation. So because Seti Nash is not with the allied group, he's being talked about in a way that's less than respectable. But you have another affiliation who's this blood guy, and this dude Woo, I don't want to say it like that, excuse me, because Woo was cool, so let me not say it like that. But you have Woo, who's from Pueblos, and they're dealing with him, and they're speaking about him in a much more respectful tone. I don't know if y'all kind of peep that.
Down here.
No, I get that they're talking. When they're talking about Seti Nash, is he's supposed to be tapped in. Oh, he's supposed to be from over there. He's supposed to be this. He's supposed to be from that. When it's Woo, is his sister want to highlight him. He got to go see about that and blah 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 this and blah 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 that. When it comes to Seti Nash, it's an inference as if he's not welcome to be in the community or he can't be about it or whatever. Blah blah blah. When it comes to Woo, it's he just got to tap in. So when it's all said and done, I'm noticing the difference in the microaggressions of the way these situations are being put together. That's what I'm paying attention to. The microaggressions are what is what's different. It's the way that the conversation is being communicated. It's the intention behind the conversation that makes it different.
Right.
His content though.
What? That's crazy. Oh, he's still making content?
Yeah, he is.
He like, I'm still making my content.
All right, man. So make sure y'all check out what they have going on back on.
I got my ops.
Make sure y'all check out what's going on over there on Back on Fig. Should you want to be involved in what they got going on, you want to go check out the content without hearing my voice, go ahead and check out everything that they have going on over there on Back on Fig. Give them a like, give them a comment, and give them a good subscribe. You feel me? Notification bell here all. Tap in for the latest and the greatest. We are gone. Big homie, double O. I'm not confused about shit, nigga. I just told you what the fuck I said. I'm not confused about shit, bitch. I don't need you in my fucking comments arguing me about what the fuck I'm confused about, nigga. I know what the fuck I'm confused. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. I know what the fuck I heard. Nigga, I don't need your clarification, my nigga. I don't need your fucking clarification, nigga. I heard what the fuck they said about Seti Nash. I heard what the fuck they said about Woo. I know how niggas always want to have these little weird ass microaggressions. Nigga, I don't need your fucking approval, bitch. I heard what the fuck I heard, nigga. Ears. I fucking heard, nigga. Fucking ears, nigga. You hearing it wrong, bitch. I ain't heard shit wrong, nigga. I'm not confused about shit, nigga. I'm not confused, nigga. You're confused. I know what the fuck I said, nigga. Ears, I can hear. Eyes, I can see. I know what the fuck I heard. I know what the fuck I saw. I'm not confused about shit, nigga. I'm not confused about shit. It ain't no confusion over here. I don't need you trying to clear up my nothing, nigga. I know what the fuck I said. I know what the fuck I heard. I know what the fuck I saw. I don't need none of that shit. Nigga, ears, I fucking heard. Nigga, eyes, I fucking see. I can see what's going on. I don't need you trying to tell me how I'm wrong when I'm listening to niggas blatantly make microaggressions who always make microaggressions. Nigga, I'm not confused for shit, nigga. I'm not confused for shit. I know what the fuck I heard. I know what the fuck I saw. Nigga, you confused, bitch. You're confused. You're confused, nigga. I got my shit together. I got my fucking shit together. I ain't got to fucking lie on these niggas. I know what the fuck I heard. Yeah, nah, bro, I'm hot, fool. I did that streaming university. Shit is hot. I'm tired. Nigga, don't get to fucking telling me no stupid ass shit. Nigga, don't get to fucking telling me about this dumbass shit. I know what the fuck I heard. I know what the fuck I saw. Niggas always trying to tell you it ain't what the fuck you seen. Nigga, I can fucking see and I can fucking hear. I can fucking see and I can fucking hear.
Yeah. Shout out Flacco. I don't have no problem.
You confused. Nigga, you're confused. Fucking telling me what I am. Nigga, that's what I got a therapist for. I don't even need you telling me what I am. And make sure y'all follow Spoetic Justice. Follow Sweaty Face's new page. Let me see you. And then I'm sure, I'm not even looking at the comments, but I'm sure by now that hoe that said something back. Ain't nobody finna go back and forth with you, nigga. Shut up.
The Pyrus are currently online beefing over Kendra.
Shut up, nigga. Shut up, nigga. You a fuck, nigga. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Gonna tell me, oh, you're confused. Nigga, I'm not fucking confused, nigga. They talking about both of these niggas. They talking about one way more disrespectful and way more derogatory than the other. Nigga, I hear what the fuck is going on. I hear what the fuck niggas is saying. And I also hear the way they saying it. I hear what's going on. I hear what they saying. I also hear the way they saying it. I also see the way they present it. Come on now. Now, chat, non-biased. Am I tripping? Or are they telling the same story about two different people and putting more infliction on one than the other? Is Seti Nash getting a little bit more pushback than Wu was getting for doing the same thing? I just want to know. Bro, niggas ain't getting no money. Niggas ain't getting no money. I'm watching the video right now, your favorite YouTuber with a so-called stripper on his lap and on the floor might be $200. Real quick. I'm about to do a quick little flex. I just seen the video, your favorite YouTuber, Adish with strippers. Hello? I got you on my live. I got you on speakerphone. I just want to ask you one quick question real quick. I'm going to send you the video of who it was, but I just seen it. You know I enjoy the strip club. You know that's my shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm watching the fight right now.
Nah, real quick. When you went with me to the strip club that night, about how many hours did I throw money?
I was in there for a minute.
Would you say at least more than 4 hours?
I was in there for a cool minute. Yeah, honestly, I got videos I want to say still to this day. We just got the money on the floor, honestly.
So let's just say let's just call it even at least 3 hours.
Yeah, we was in there long.
But we know it was longer than that. And at any point did I ever stop throwing money from start to finish?
Nah, never.
Never, nigga.
I'm not even gonna say nobody's name, but there was other niggas in there too. Other rappers was in there. When our shit was
No, you can say the names. Say the names.
I don't even want to be in your bullshit.
But look, in that moment, the trap nigga had more money than all the rappers for sure. Man, I'm gonna send you this pathetic ass video right now. I look at this shit. I said, boy, this nigga got $200 on the floor. I felt disrespected for the strippers.
It's funny because I got my sense. I got videos of show niggas. But honestly, some niggas better can tell them, but whatever.
Man, show niggas better than you can tell them. All right, fool.
All right, man.
Dragonite E3U. What's up, Dragonite E3U? How are you, bro? Are you the Dragonite that being like everybody's thing? Are you that Dragonite? Yeah, bro. Oh, let me see. Cause like, bro, what's up, man? Look, this nigga. The room look like it stink. The strippers look malnourished. Like what? Like what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 ninjas in the room. It might be $200 on the floor. Say what? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's how y'all. Oh, well, welcome to Trap News Network, man. We try to be cool here at TNN Trap News Network. I don't know what you heard about me in the YouTube streets, man, but hey, how you come is how you gonna go. So, man, we chat. Make sure y'all show some love. We got Dragonite E3U in the chat. You feel me? So make sure y'all show some love to Dragonite E3U. Make sure you tap in with them, give them some love, give them some support, notification bell, and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you tap in with them. Dragonite, if you got anything going on, drop it in the chat, man. We'll give you some chance to show some love and all that kind of stuff. You feel me? And even if it is a fake one, still show love, man. We ain't tripping. You feel me? Man, what? You see that pathetic video? Nigga, you can see the carpet. How you throwing money on the girls and you can see the carpet? That is disgusting. And it's like 3 niggas in a room. And out of all 3 niggas in the room, nigga, it might be $200 on the floor. Man, this is poverty. This is poverty. Oh, it's not the same guy. Well, even if it's not the same guy, bro, you still welcome. You ain't got to leave because you ain't the same guy, fool. You can stay. You can kick it. You could be around, bro. Even though you ain't the same guy, even though you kind of like flu flamming, I ain't tripping. You ain't bothering me. You feel me? Oh, Dragonite, you a clothing brand. Okay, man. Well, look, send me something, bro. Send me something. Send me something, man. Get Trap News Network into the merch, man. Get Trap News Network into the merch, bro. Send me something. I'll wear it. Shout out to Dragonite Clothing Brand. I don't know what the clothing brand is called, but shout out to your clothing brand, man. Make sure y'all show them some love. I ain't never mad at an independent hustler. And if it ain't the same person, bro, who cares? So what? It's a new one. We got our own Dragonite. It was more than one Dragonite in the Poke Forest. It was more than one Dragonite in the Poke Forest. It wasn't only one Dragonite. You feel me? So I ain't mad at the Dragonite dude, bro. I ain't got no hatred for you, bro. I ain't got no hatred for you, bro. You good with me, fool. You good with me, Dragonite. It was more than one Dragonite in the Poke Forest. Come on now. Come on now. Now, what we need to worry about is these struggling streamers throwing their tools and fuse at these strippers. That's what we need to be worried about. That's what we need to be worried about. That's what we need to be worried about. You feel me? That's what we need to be worried about. That's what we need to be worried about because that's what the struggle is. You want to see something pathetic? It's 2 or 3 niggas. First of all, even if it's one, me and wifey went to the strip club while we was in Atlanta just to get some wings, and I was gonna throw $100 just for a girl being on the stage, and I just couldn't get a girl to come to the stage. She was being lazy. So if I'm gonna throw $100 just because you're on the stage, imagine if we was going to strip club, the actual strip club. You feel me? Look at this, pathetic. How many niggas is in that room? And it's like $200 on the floor. You guys, that girl got her body out for nothing. Like, right, niggas was like, doink. Doink. Pick that up. Pick that up. Put that back.
We used to go to little grad nights for that folks.
Doink.
Because I have a film, I used to give the graduates money to throw.
More than that?
Yeah.
More than that? Right. Niggas is doink. Niggas in who? Niggas. Doink. Huh. Look, let me hear in the chat, y'all. Doink. Nigga, you gotta and then let it fall. And then and let it fall. And let it fall. And let it fall. And let it fall. Let me see something real quick. Cause niggas is throwing. Niggas is throwing. Let me hear it. Spell in the chat for y'all. Throwing. That's what it sounds like when you throwing a one.
Yes.
Don't say your name because I got you on my live, but I just want to ask you a quick question.
What it do, boo?
When we went to the strip club in Atlanta, just put it. You feel me? Just put a number on it. How much money would you say that I gave out and threw collectively? At least how much?
At least 15, maybe 20.
Me and Brent just put it as I was throwing money nonstop for 4 hours.
It was 4 hours.
For
you
sure.
were in there.
For sure. And what makes me bring this up is because I like the strip club. That's my thing.
Right. We all do.
I'm looking at one of these less fortunate YouTubers, and it's strippers in the room, and it's 3 niggas, and it might only be $200 on the floor.
Oh no, I got the video.
Send it to me.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
All right.
All right, bye.
Ew, why would I live there? Ew. Why would I live there? Ew. That's disgusting. Why would I live there? Gross. Niggas is gross. Ew. Can't believe you said that. Ew. Big 60 NHC1. Ew. Disgusting. Gross. Made my stomach hurt. That's disgusting. Ew. Let's go to Flacco. Ew. Disgusting. Let's jump into this content. Ew.
Bar, and things are escalating fast.
I can't believe you just said that. Disgusting. Now we know you're trying to come to the hood. Now we know you're a troll. Disgusting.
Somebody just posted they're about to catch.
Keep playing. You'll end up blocked from the stream for life. Don't ever say nothing disgusting to me like that again. Don't ever say nothing to me disgusting like that again. Never.
The other Pyru, strip him and demonstrate on him on camera. A Pyru from Compton, more specifically Hollywood Pyru, called Snoopy Badass, did an interview with.
Why is Flacco on Snoopy BA?
Where he's lashing out and exposing Kendrick Lamar. Now, this interview has pissed off a lot of other Pyrus from Compton who are cool with Kendrick Lamar, right? Most famously, Kendrick Lamar's cousin hit a J3. Now, Snoopy Badass lashed out on Kendrick Lamar and exposed Kendrick Lamar because he believes that people around Kendrick Lamar are the reason why he was blackballed and ostracized.
Hey, Snoopy BA is mad at everybody. Like, he's extremely upset.
And I don't know if it's still up. I know you were fighting to get it taken, put back up, but you made a post about the horrible representation of the Pyru car there in Compton.
I had 211 on that post, Ice Burgundy on that post, Wacko on that post. Who else? Oh, Jay Worthy on that post. Like, see, people gotta understand this, homie. Everybody. Even the people in the comments, everybody got a gray area in their life that they're ashamed of, homie. You know what I'm saying? And what people like that did to me was, my whooping, I got that immaculate whooping. I came on the scene, Jerry Curl, dripping Jerry Curl. I just looked at like the epitome of what a blood was supposed to look like.
Random. The fact that somebody came in this further mucker pretending to be whack is crazy work. The fact that somebody came in this further, and they already said fake page. Fake page. The fact that somebody came in this further mucker pretending to be whack is crazy work. But we know it's not whack because you're not crying. You got to cry. It's only whack if he cries. You got to cry. You gotta 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 cry. And you gotta scream. And you gotta put it on the hood that you can't go to.
And a lot of LA blood rappers, you know, I may feel insecure and they didn't want to have to compete with my image and what I was standing for because, you know, competing with Snoopy Badass in 2018, 19, and 20 on some blood, you're going to lose, bro. Because I came with the whole package, the whole West Coast package. You know what I'm saying? So instead of competing with me or, you know, letting the fans pick, you know, they came together to create a schmuck campaign. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes, mainly some of the dudes in the pictures, you know, they backed that campaign. You feel me? And I understood that, you know, at the end of the day, it's just business. You know, at first I was mad, but I don't take it personal because I understand it makes me feel good about myself because I was really a threat.
Snoopy Badass has also went viral for saying that Kendrick Lamar has copied his look and his swag. That Kendrick Lamar's new look and new swag, more specifically, the outfit he wore to the pop-up, that Kendrick Lamar stole that from him. Kendrick Lamar was
Wait, Kendrick Lamar just wore a hoodie and blue jeans. What's so silly?
Trying to imitate him without giving credit. Now, from the outside looking in, it sounded kind of crazy, but when you looked at like side by side pictures of Kendrick Lamar and Snoopy Badass and like their famous like red hoodie outfit, it looked kind of similar. Now, regardless of not if Kendrick Lamar got it from Snoopy, Snoopy believes that Kendrick got it from him, but people around him are the same people who, according to Snoopy, was trying to blackball him, put dirt on his name, and make sure he don't succeed in a rap game. Now, again, I was not here in 2018, so I, quite frankly, don't know, right, if Snoopy Badass was the next one up and other blood rappers were terrified or scared of his come up.
I'm not saying that he was a nobody, but he definitely wasn't no force in LA. That's a fact. Just don't have that credibility. Besides going viral, you wasn't hearing about Snoopy Badass on the streets. You were the Compton Menace. Shout out to Compton Menace. He didn't create that package. He took that like the 80s and the early 90s. That ain't Bloods, Jerry Curl and the hoodies and corduroy house shoes and all that. He didn't create that. Like, you only know for your YouTube career wasn't in the streets.
I'll take Spody Face's word for it because I was not in the streets. I like Snoopy. I got no problem with Snoopy Badass. So, but again, I wasn't in the streets at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly Snoopy BA has going on. He's an angry bird, isn't he? He is an angry bird. I'm not really sure why Snoopy BA is always so upset with everyone, but man, he's a mad rapper. Man, he is the mad rapper. He is the mad rapper. He is the maddest of all the rappers. Goodness gracious.
Tell you that if Snoopy Badass created or invented this style, Spody Face is saying, no, this is just how Bloods dress in that era. And Snoopy Badass just did a really great job at branding himself as the person who's the most familiar with that style of dressing. So now when Kendrick Lamar, who's a blood from that era, dresses like people from his era dress, Snoopy can say he's dressing like me, even though Snoopy is just...
You know, that's just how everybody dressed. Like, everybody dresses. It's how everyone dresses. Snoopy BA, you got on a white t-shirt and some blue jeans. You dress like me. Brother, that's how we dress. You feel me? Hey, man, I appreciate you, Dragonite.
Dressing like how other Bloods dress from that era.
He wasn't in the streets. Like, I know who Compton Menace is, and I'm from LA. I knew who Wacko was. I know who Problem is, Kendrick Lamar is. I know who The Game is. These dudes have history.
Uh-oh.
You hear their name on the streets.
Uh-oh.
And this is all I'm saying. This is facts, bro. I never heard about him on the streets. Ain't nobody like, oh, Snoopy Badass. Oh, he a G or he.
Well, I was locked up. Trap News Network, true story. I was actually locked up in the Riverside County Jail with Snoopy Badass. And Melvin, man, I was locked up with him. And he wasn't a buster. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't no like super hell of a ninja. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't do nothing crazy. Like, there's nothing really memorable about him. You know what I'm saying? He was just in the same place that I was locked up at. And he was from Paris neighborhood Crip. And I remember thinking, it's interesting that the Paris neighborhood Crips beef with the Paris Lokes, which was interesting to me because, you know, it's Riverside stuff. But the Paris neighborhood Crips had beef with the Paris Lokes. And Snoopy BA was from Paris neighborhood Crip. And then I got out of jail, and then some years went by. And then I see him on the internet, and then he's a blood. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's the same dude that I was locked up with in Riverside County, Snoopy Badass. But, you know, I didn't know his name or anything then. I just remember him. And, yeah, man, same guy.
He doing this. I just never heard of that, bro. Like you up. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Stop. Snoopy Badass ain't he an internet personality. He Charleston White, bro. He just be saying stuff. I think that's his lane.
Now, regardless of if we believe it or not, Snoopy Badass believes it. He believes that they copied him while also trying to blackball him. So he's on a tear to expose Kendrick Lamar and expose anyone around Kendrick Lamar. So during this interview, he brought up something, though, that regardless of his motivation for bringing it up, you kind of have to sit back and say, he not lying. He kind of telling the truth here. And that was the royalties and the splits from the GNX album.
Jay Hitter's a rat. He talk too much. See, Hitter J3, I got to say this about him. He's somebody.
Wait, did he say Jay Hood?
That been protected by the gang.
Hitter next album.
Jay Hitter's a rat. He talk too much.
Oh, he said Jay Hitter. Now I like Hitter J3. Tell him Hitter did it. Tell him Hitter did it. Tell him Hitter did it. I like Hitter J3. You feel me? I enjoyed the GNX album. I think Kendrick Lamar makes a good movie.
See, Hitter J3, I gotta say this about him. He's somebody that been protected by the gang all his life. His mama from the gang, his brother from the gang. He ain't really had to really do nothing because he got blood ties, but blood ties into that. And you can tell every time he opened his, some people, I respected him more when he shut it up and just dropped music. The more and more he talked, the more and more you could see how dumb he is. Why would you get up on the internet? For one, the West Side
Man says Snoopy BA is the best rapper alive. Hey man, music is all what you think and how you feel, man. It's all subject to opinion. So if that's who your favorite rapper is, you think that he's the best rapper alive, I'm not here to argue with you about that. My man says Snoopy BA is the best rapper alive. If that's how you feel, I'm not here to argue with you. That is your opinion. That is your opinion.
Pirus just got hit with a gang sweep not that long ago. Why would you get up on the internet and tell everybody that you worked Aiden Ross out of $10,000? Do you understand that is extortion and it's fraud? It's fraud because he donated for some family in need. And you got on the internet and you admitted and said that you put up a fake video. And that is fraud. Do you understand the feds could come get you for that Hitter J3? Am I lying with him?
And that's pretty stupid, man.
$10,000, that's over the limit that they need. Matter of fact, $10,000 is exactly the limit the feds need to even start to invest.
That is actually the limit. That is
investigated to know where you got it from. And if there was any fraud or foul play, you can go to jail, Hitter J3.
And it's hard to be.
And hold on. And you are a gangbanger, an admitted gangbanger from West Side Pyro. Boy, that can be taken as an extortion charge too. But that's how I know ain't nobody laced you. That's how I know you ain't really did nothing. Dead homies, because you should have knew that already. And then on top of that, he got his stupid ass.
This is why Snoopy BA can't go back around them people. This right here is why you can't go back around them people, bro. Right here is why they don't want you around. Right here.
It's up here. And he gonna say, what does dumb ass say? Oh, Kendrick, looky, bro, that was not a good look for.
Nobody's mad at you, bro. Let the record reflect you're literally arguing with yourself. Y'all can't get mad at me because Snoopy is my GOAT. Nobody's arguing with you. So we get that you want to troll and rage bait, but we're allowing you to be a Snoopy BA fan. We get it, bro. We get it. Nobody's arguing with you. That's fine. Everybody's respecting your opinion here. This is a safe space for you to be a Snoopy BA fan.
Kendrick, bro. I don't because you ain't used to having no money like that. So I understand why you thought it was nothing. So you said it. He gonna say, well, Kendrick Lamar told everybody on the album, you can either pick the royalties or the $10,000, and everybody picked the $10,000. So basically, you just admitted that Kendrick Lamar just robbed everybody for their royalties.
Regardless of his motivation and his reasoning for doing this, he's not wrong. He's kind of spitting here. You probably shouldn't be admitting that you lied on the GoFundMe or you lie about this being your grandparents so you can raise money. That's dumb. Secondly, admitting that Kendrick Lamar jerked all the artists who was on GNX is not a good look for Kendrick Lamar, who's apparently the rap savior. It's just not a good look. Now, I want to give DeJean Paul his credit because DeJean Paul was the first journalist or blogger in LA to actually break this news. So he got some wind down the pipeline from artists who was actually on the album themselves. They told him, hey, Kendrick Lamar did not give us any royalties. Now, DeJean came publicly with this to break this down to the public, and that sparked a response from Hitter J3. Now, this response from Hitter J3 to me was actually dumb because this response actually caused more trouble for Kendrick Lamar.
That's my second point. I got a call from a very powerful industry executive. He manages an artist that is on GNX. And he told me for a fact that all of the artists, LA rappers that was featured on GNX only got paid $10,000 for their feature. And only 2 of them have received publishing to this day. So that speaks to the opportunistic-ness of the situation. You are this multiplayer.
So are they saying that Kendrick Lamar just flu flammed everybody? Is that the situation that's going on? Kendrick Lamar is a flu flammerist? Is that what they're trying to tell us now? Kendrick Lamar is so bad to everybody, and oh my God, Kendrick Lamar is such a negative person. And oh my God, Kendrick Lamar is so bad to us all, and blah 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 blah. Like is that what all this is coming down to? Oh my God, we hate Kendrick Lamar. Is that where all this comes into? You feel me?
Artists. You probably, if we look up his net worth, it's probably in the hundreds of millions. You get what I'm saying? GNX sold millions and millions. It's a multi-platinum album. It broke streaming records, all of these things. Allegedly there's bots, but whatever. To find out from a verified, trusted industry source that, again, works with one of the artists on GNX, that all the LA rappers, upcoming LA rappers featured on GNX only got paid $10,000, and only 2 of all the LA rappers featured on the project were given any publishing. Basically, he told me how they were approached was, look, this is going to be a big, you can do a lot with this opportunity.
Is it nasty work, or did artists have an opportunity to take? It's like, hear me on this. I was watching this interview with Charles Barkley the other day. He said that him and Michael Jordan were signing at Nike at the same time. And Charles Barkley was going to take X amount of $1 million, and he wasn't tripping and blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. Michael Jordan told him, hey, don't take the millions of dollars, take stock instead. And then it made Charles Barkley more money than what he was worth because he had a friend like Michael Jordan who understood the business and helped him get the business cracking. Now, if you had a chance at 10,000 or publishing and you took 10,000, that's your business. If you didn't take the publishing, that's your business. So it doesn't sound like they weren't giving publishing. It sounds like they didn't take the publishing. That's it. It sounds like he paid for features. That's what it said. Exactly. 10,000 sound like he paid for the features. What are you mad about? What are you mad about? You feel me? What are you mad about? Now, if you didn't take the royalties, you didn't take the royalties. That's your business. If you was thirsty for 10 racks and 10 racks was more important to you at that moment because you needed it for whatever, I'm not mad at you for it. I'm not talking bad about you for it. I ain't downplaying you for it. But what I am saying is, yeah, you could for sure open up a Chick-fil-A for 10 bands. You could for sure open up a Chick-fil-A for 10 bands. And if you do it right, you might have something left over because you would have taken out a loan with a low interest rate and you can move like that. So I ain't even mad at niggas for doing that. You feel me? But if you decided to take the 10 bands and you decided not to take the royalties, what are you upset for? That's the part that I'm confused about. What are niggas mad for taking what they were offered? If you had a chance at royalties and you didn't take royalties, you wanted 10 bands, I'm not really sure how to go about this situation anymore. Seems flu flammers. I'm not gonna lie. It seems pretty flu flammers.
This is a good look. You know, just take the 10 racks and, you know, do what you can with this opportunity. This is a good look. We're about to bring the West Coast back. Woo, woo, woo. They sold these artists a dream. Then you wonder why Dodie Six is smoking drugs and smoking balloons and crashing out and doing all this stuff because he's not getting paid. He didn't get paid. I'm on this big song that's all over Billboard charts, but I'm not getting paid. You wonder why.
You just said that he got paid. You just said that he got paid $10,000. So I'm not sure, you know, why Dijon's telling this lie, but you just said that he got paid $10,000. So now I'm confused because you just told me he got paid $10,000. So I'm not sure what's going on here.
Young Threat is in prison for allegedly murdering another rapper locally because he's not getting paid.
Kendrick Lamar cousin Hitter J3 responded back to this clip, and he responded saying, people had the choice to take royalties or the money, and most took the money. So now before you speak on something, you're not in the room to know the truth. Now, Hitter J3, I think, said this to defend Kendrick Lamar, right? He wanted to help Kendrick Lamar. I don't think Hitter J3 did this to hurt Kendrick Lamar, but this actually hurt Kendrick Lamar more than it helped him, and here's why.
GNX was that was a complete publicity stunt, bro. That was a publicity stunt for his own. It was a publicity stunt for his own personal gain, bro. Like my thing, you're Kendrick Lamar. Why you couldn't get him $10,000 in a royalties? You want to see win? You want to see niggas eat forever? If I was in Kendrick's shoes, I would have did it, and God know it. Take that 10 bands and you getting your royalties.
But see, here's the thing, though. You're not Kendrick Lamar. So that's not really actual realistic music practice. That's you ninjas living in a fantasy. That's you living in a land of make-believe. You had the option to take royalties on the GNX album. Grammy nominated, which ended up being Grammy Award winning, GNX album, world tour. You decided to take the immediate 10,000. He took your song around the world. No, he didn't take you around the world. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter, because if you would have just took your royalties, your song would have went around the world and you would have got the chili for it. No, you didn't get the experience of going on tour with Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, it could be a little bit disheartening. Yeah, it could be a little bit disappointing. But you know what you could have did with your mechanical royalties? Worked hard, developed the budget, put yourself together, put yourself in the game, put yourself on tour, made a relationship with Kendrick Lamar. So maybe on one of your tour dates, Kendrick Lamar would have came out and performed the song that you and he have together. Come on now. Come on now. But you rather sit here and cry and listen to Snoopy B.A., who's not on the album. Who's not on the album. Who's a rapper from Compton that's not on the album. Or he say he from Compton. They gonna say he not. I don't know. I ain't from Compton. I'm from the West Side. I don't know. But come on now. What makes sense and what don't make sense? Let's keep it 100.
I'm already rich. What the hell? I'm trying to stop other people from eating. If you really want to help, but it wasn't to help.
Regardless of what you think his motivation is, if he's just hating on Kendrick Lamar, you can't say he lying, bro. He not lying. He telling the truth. Now, these were grown men who made a terrible decision, but there's something very wrong with the picture of Kendrick Lamar having songs like TV Off,
Hold on, y'all.
And those songs.
Hold on, y'all. So we're going to come back to this. We got Chunky Barbie in the building. Hold on, man. Say something so we can know we can hear you.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, she here. For those of y'all who don't know, it's my homegirl, Chunky Barbie, man. Make sure y'all respectful, because any disrespect towards a homegirl will get you blocked from my chat. No disrespect will be tolerated. If you want to flirt with her, she's single. You can do that, but you can't disrespect her. With that all being said, Chunky Barbie, what you got going on with DC Baby Draco on this Sunday afternoon or this Sunday night?
Man, that nigga is a weirdo.
I thought that was your boyfriend.
Fuck no.
Y'all broke up? Y'all broke, because that was your boo last week or 2 weeks ago. What you got going on, man? What's your story?
Simple. Went over there tripping. Regular
You went to
shit.
his house?
Huh?
You went to his house?
Man, I don't know.
You went somewhere.
Like,
So you went over there, and then what?
these niggas is weirdos.
What's up? Let me see your face. What you was over there whooping on something?
Hmm?
What you went over there and whooped out something?
Man, that nigga is weird, fool.
You beat up DC Baby Draco? You went over there and whooped out DC Baby Draco?
Man, I didn't do nothing to that guy.
Oh, she went out there and maxed out. You done put a demo down on DC Baby Draco?
I didn't do nothing to that man.
Oh man. So you
You
go
know,
over there.
he just stayed recording me, so you know he's a cameraman. He gonna find whatever way to flip a narrative, but he know what's up for real.
Oh man. Wait, so he recorded you over there tripping out?
Yeah, he was recording me, but he's not gonna post everything he recorded though. He recorded the whole gang of shit.
So what is he not gonna post? What's the part that he not gonna post? Remember, we on YouTube, so use your rated G language.
He's just not gonna post me tripping out. He's not gonna post me calling him the police and him. He's not gonna post his mama. He's not gonna post all them interactions, my nigga. He got his mama recording. He's not gonna post that. He's just gonna post. First off, you spent all your time recording me upstairs, trying to make me look like I'm just aggressive, like on some weird ass police shit. So. In the motherfucking stairway, you're trying to pin me down, hold me and shit, nigga. I gotta snatch away from a nigga, get downstairs. In the garage, you still trying to hold on to me, but I'm getting away from him. I'm low key yelling out loud, like basically like get up off me, nigga. Oh well, nigga, I'm yelling. So what, nigga? That's the only thing that's gonna get you stop touching me. But really, I'm doing that because you're holding me, bro. Like on the dead homies, you was holding me. I'm talking about whispering in my ear, talking about, yeah, I'm really evil and this and that. Like, what the fuck that mean? That means for me to go to jail? Let's talk about that though. Let's talk about your mama making a police report and you allowing her to make the police report. I got your mama first and last name. You sent it to me on accident. So we could pull up police reports. Like, yes or no? If somebody makes a police report, can you pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying I'll call the police. I have my iPhone I have my iPhone in my hand. My iPhone is in my hand because you're recording me. He's already recording me like this. He got the camera like this already. I'm already trying to record you back. Every time I'm trying to record him, he's trying to snatch my phone. So I'm trying to take my phone. So I'm trying to
trying to take your phone because you recording him.
Cause I keep saying he's on police shit, and I'm like, yeah, everybody about to know you're the police. I'm tripping. After the whole situation with his mom shit, I tried to snatch the phone. I tried to snatch the phone from his mom, like all this weird ass police shit. He whatever happened. Oh me, but it's like nigga, you was not beating me up. You wasn't. What do I need to call the police for? You didn't do nothing. You didn't bite me till afterwards.
But he bit you.
He bit the but
Right.
a nigga ain't
Oh,
bite me
look
till.
at
But that's my thing. A nigga ain't bite me
Hey,
till afterwards.
Time out. Time out. I'm not laughing at you. Like with his teeth.
Right, and this my thing, like, bro, if I really sat up there and called the police, I whole ass know where you live, my nigga. Like, I know that's where you still live at to right now, to this current moment. Like, I know you're not going to go nowhere like that. You're like, come on, my nigga. Like, if I called the police on you, you would have been in jail. You're not hard to find. I stayed with you. I was sleeping with you every night. Like, if I called the police on you, don't you think? Stop playing with me and the police on the dead homies, bro. I never dialed no police, no nothing. On crib, how I'm the one running from a helicopter and shit. You good. You all on my live talking about I'm on my way to your car and stuff like that. I'm running from the police. You're not. So how did I call the police? How did I call the police on you? Because let's be real. Like if it was really domestic violence or I'm tripping, wouldn't you think the police would be after you?
Yeah.
Like if I'm calling the
And
police on you and doing all that.
it's LA County. They coming if it's
But
domestic.
listen, he never said nothing. Oh, I'm a snitch or I called the police on him or none of that shit. He's trying to say that way later on during the day after I'm already putting him on blast for the shit that's going on. Now you trying to spin your content. He a content man, so you got to think all he does is live for the camera. You thinking during our whole altercation he's just talking about record? I didn't come over your house for record, bitch. I was coming to trip. I was coming to do some other shit, but I didn't do it. I came to actually was having a conversation with you, bitch. You just tried to act like you wasn't home. So I got this. I tripped out a little bit. So what? It wasn't even like a hella major trip. I didn't put my hands on you until shit. Nigga, don't touch me. But I didn't do nothing to you. You over here posting me with these weird, outrageous pictures. Why the fuck would you post that? You already know, like, just weird shit. Like weird shit. But a nigga gonna try to spin a narrative.
All right, Chad. I'm not sure what the hell happened, but we finna get Barbie back in. I don't know what the hell happened, but man, man, man. I'm not sure what happened, Chad, but the homegirl just came in hotter. We gonna let her get her story off, man, because she deserves to be his herb on a kiss herb. You feel me? You deserve to be his herb on a kiss herb. You feel me? You hear me? We have to be his herb on a kiss herb. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. All right, because we're going to send this back. My bad, y'all. I don't know what happened. I don't know what that was about. Her service went out, and then my service went out. Damn it. Let me see if we can get Barbie back on here. I just sent the link back. Your service went out. I just sent the link back. Just hit the new link I sent you. All right. Nah, the homegirl Chunky Barbie is dropping off her information about what she got going on with DC Baby Draco. DC Baby Draco then bit her, then called the police on her. DC Baby Draco then bit this girl teeth. DC Baby Draco then bit this girl teeth. Teeth. You done bit this girl teeth. Teeth. You feel me? So I'm not sure what's going on. DC Baby Draco then bit this girl and called the police on it. DC Baby Draco then bit the girl and called the police on it. Teeth. Biting the homegirl is wild. Biting the homegirl is wild. Here we go. So maybe Chunky Barbie will come back through. I don't know, man. I don't know. But what we do know is we waiting on Chunky Barbie to come back, but we got that quick little exclusive, man. Apparently, DC Baby Draco then bit Chunky Barbie teeth. He done bit her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he decided to do that. And then DC Tyson on God. DC Tyson then bit the homegirl teeth. You feel me? So let's kind of see what she has going on over here, because I don't know if we'll catch the rest of this story. But here we go. That's her, Chunky Barbie. Okay, so let's see. So this is the video she's talking about. Bro, you called the police on me and had the bird out, all that. Everybody watched you. I don't know what's going on, chat. But I'm looking at my I'm looking at one of my little forums, and it's looking like YouTube is having an issue. So it's that. Let me see if I can call her back. It's like YouTube is having an issue. My bad, y'all. I'm looking at one of my forums. I guess YouTube is having outages right now.
Hold on.
I don't know what she got going on. I was finna hit her, but okay. I don't know. Nah, man, I just looked at one of my forums and they said that people are experiencing outages on YouTube. But let's go back to Chunky Barbie's YouTube page, Instagram page. Let's go back into it, man. Let's go back into this girl's Instagram page, though. Let's see what's going on. Sorry about the little delay. I'm not sure what that was about, but let's see this. Let's go back and see this. Let's see what's going on here. Chunky Barbie. Okay, so this is her saying DC Baby Draco got the bird out on her. So DC Baby Draco allegedly has called the police on this girl. Bro, you called the police on me and had the bird out and all that. Everybody watched you on live. Damn. Damn. That right there is wild and crazy work. So that's Chunky Barbie, man, saying that DC Baby Draco put the boilitos on her. The boiler rooms, man. And she's clearly hiding out from something. You see, it's no audio. But clean your ears, Crib Street, I can't hear you. She don't know she got it on live. She don't know she got it on mute. Damn, I hope you get away. Sheesh, DC Baby Draco put the police on Chunky Barbie after he bit her. Dang. Shout out to the homegirl Chunky Barbie, though, man. She probably did get on that ninja. Then she in a backyard somewhere. She tucked for real. She tucked for real. She's literally, dang, she hiding in the backyard. After he bit her. That's where he bit her at. Dang. God.
Please let me get you, please, man.
Wowzers. Bagowzers. That's a wowzer bagowzer. That's a wowzer bagowzer. Dang, DC. Dang, fool, you bitter. I wish that the thing wouldn't have messed up. She just texted me. Oh, she thugging right now. So Chunky Barbie will be back. She's thugging right now. I'm looking at the messages. She got some things going on that's bigger than me. You feel me? So sheesh. She on IG Live right now. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me see if I could let me see something real quick. She on IG Live right now. Let me see if I can get over there. Hold on. I'm starting this blunt with a bun and exotic. I want to rock right now. You know what? Let me hit her. Let me go on this. Let me see. All right. Oh, she live. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Let me see. Chunky Barbie. Oh, she ain't got no sound. Okay. Let me see if I can get on her live. Hold on. She got to fix her sound. No, we can't hear her. It ain't no sound. So I'm gonna wait for when she come back live, then we'll try to get back on there. You feel me? But man, he bit her. He bit her. Dang, DC Baby Draco. Dang, DC Baby Blade. Dang. And I gotta cover this up when I do the video because it ain't no way YouTube gonna let me show that girl bloody ear. Goodness gracious. That boy DC Baby Blade. Golly, man. Golly. Yeah, I can't even show this the whole way. Hey, so he bit the girl. Okay, she back. All right, let me see. Man, I hate to see the homegirls going through that kind of flu flammery. Let me see. Let me get back. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. See, hey, this was Spody Face was trying to tell y'all about. This was Spody Face was trying to tell y'all about, and y'all was all going against him. Y'all was all going against him, man. This was Spody Face was trying to warn y'all about that boy. Hold on, chat. Let me get back over there. I got y'all. Don't trip. I got y'all. Don't trip. Let me see. Chunky Barbie. All right, here we go.
What you watching me for? You already trying to paint a narrative on me.
All right, let's see, chat. Let's see if we get back.
Y'all can hear me now?
Let's see if we get back up here. See, I'm waiting on her, y'all. I'm waiting on her.
Can y'all hear me?
Let me see.
Cool. But that's all I'm saying. Like, motherfuckers, that's what I'm saying. You just want to like try to trick me off the streets. Weird that shit. Like, you on my live watching me right now.
Let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Boom.
Cool. But that's all I'm saying. Like, motherfuckers, that's what I'm saying. You just want to like try to trick me off the streets. Weird that shit. Like, or if I did all this shit to you, why are you on my live watching me? Your name pops up and you're on my shit. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna let you get me, bro. I'm not going back to jail for you. I'm not. I'm not.
He's talking about DC Baby Draco.
Like, bitch, I held you down when you was in jail. You keep trying to paint me out to be this and paint me out to be that. Crib. I'm about to keep doing all the internet weird shit with you, nigga. No, I'm irritated. I'm irritated. I'm not. I'm irritated. The fuck? On all my dead homies. Never called no police on you. Never did. On all the dead homies. Never. Never called. Never picked my phone up to call 911 on you, bro. I never called 911 on you. If you could get a report of a police report. So fuck all this. Fuck all the internet shit, the video shit. You could just like, come on, bro. It's all on file. It's on files. If I would have called the police on you, it's on file. Like, yeah, I do all kinds of shit with you. I do all kinds of shit to you or with you and all kinds of shit, nigga. But if it's one thing, I came to your court date. My nigga. When you went to jail. When another bitch put you in jail. And I still was trying to, like, don't do that. Like, if anything you gonna do to me, you could call me whatever you want to call me. You could call me crazy. You could call me delusional. You could call me all that. But I don't credit.
This is crazy, y'all. This is Barbonicles. This is Barbonicles, man.
Like, and just be real though, my nigga. Like, don't do that because that's not straight, nigga. You know what makes me mad. You know what pissed me off, and you trying to eat off that right now. Like, you trying to feed off that. I know you behind the camera, you smiling right now, like you laughing. Like, y'all don't know this nigga. Y'all don't know this nigga. Like, you get a kick out that type of shit. You think that shit cool? You think that shit on crib?
So DC Baby Draco and Barbie have been dating for a while now. And DC Baby Draco called the police on her today where she had to run and hide in somebody's backyard, as y'all saw in the previous video, after he bit her ear. So I'm going to let her give a couple more minutes and we're going to get up out of here, chat. But we was trying to let Chunky Barbie talk about the situation. Now, she's reading the chat because DC Baby Draco's actually in the chat. So let's kind of see what he's talking about because he's in the chat antagonizing this girl. He said, Adam, y'all messy.
That's what I'm saying. He trolling right now. Like y'all don't know this nigga. He's trolling right now. He said, "I here, watch me. I'm about to." It's no request. He never even sent no request to be on here. No, none of that. His whole thing is to try to embarrass me, try to do this, try to make it look like that. He's a cameraman. All you're doing is recording me the whole time, DC. Like be real, dude. Be real. But the real nitty and gritty, like be real. If we gonna do something, be real, my nigga. Like, be real though. Like for real, my nigga. Be real.
She showed the ear earlier.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He just tried to get to my head. He's just trying to get me triggered. That's why that's how I popped up in the first place. Like, stop playing. Because you want to play.
Yeah, she got bit in the ear by this man, and she was hiding in the backyard after she was ducking the helicopter that he had put on her, the LAPD bird.
Like, and you're still on here, going back and forth with me. You still, like, that's what I'm saying.
Chat, y'all want to continue to watch this, or y'all want to go into something else? Let me know what y'all want to do, chat. But if you're watching at the house, we up out of here. Chat, if y'all want to continue to watch this, I got y'all. I ain't tripping. But I don't know if y'all want to just continue to watch this. I don't know if y'all care that much. An ear infection mixed with gingivitis is wild. For sure. For sure. The biting is crazy. The biting is crazy. And she just sit in silence. Barbie be having dead air, man. But that's why I love Barbie to death. But she be having dead air. Like, we just sitting here listening to nothing. Like, you got to talk to us. You see DC Baby Drake on the chat.
That's all I'm saying. No, because you keep trolling me. Like, you live for this shit. You live for this shit. You like literally live for this shit. You live for this shit. Like, you act like you was just hitting me or beating my ass.
Whoa, hold on. Hold on.
Oh, crib. You act like you was just on my ass. Like you was just beating me or just hurting me. You wasn't even, like, come on, dude. You wasn't even doing nothing to me.
Do we got a domestic? Do we got a domestic? It's so much dead air.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing weird shit on my shit.
Uh-oh. I didn't pause it. She might have got a call.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing weird shit on my shit.
Oh, she ended it. Okay. All right. So that's the end of it. Okay, cool. So she ended it. That nigga probably called her. Man, get off the internet doing all that. He for sure called her. That nigga called her. That nigga called her. Man, get off the internet doing all that, man. Chad, I don't know what's going on with YouTube today, man, but he trying to bite the other side now. Hey, go see it. Y'all let me know if Baby Draco is live. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. I'm seeing that it's a lot of reports of a lot of people having a hard time with YouTube today. So it's not just me having these issues. But with that all being said, man, DC Baby Draco has been exposed by Chunky Barbie for taking a bite out of crime. DC Baby Draco style. You feel me? Now, what will possess DC Baby Draco to put his teeth on this girl? I'm not sure. I don't know what will possess DC Baby Draco to put his teeth on that girl. Why would he do something like that is 100% beyond me, bro. 100% beyond me. Putting your teeth on somebody is absolute barbaric work. To bite somebody, oh yeah, you a different level of flu flammerer. You feel me? Use a different level of flu flammerer if you out here biting people. You feel me? So, you know, that's a flu flammer skull dug and a larceny all in itself. That's a flu flammer skull dug and a larceny all in itself. Now, we want to know in the chat what y'all think about grown men who be out here biting women. Not something that we expected on a Sunday night now, is it? Not something that we expected on a Sunday night now, is it? The biting? Did your mama tell you to keep your teeth to yourself? You feel me? Come on now. You feel me? Biting is wild. It's wild. Because if you know like I know, DC Baby Draco might have bit the wrong girl. If you know like I know. But I'm gonna let y'all have it for the night.
I was with. Cause y'all know what it is.
CNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I was with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late night.
You know, No Jumper has been a flu flammer skull dug and a larceny. That's what we do know. If you enjoy this video, you enjoy this type of video, make sure you go to Trap Lord Ross page. Make sure you give him a like, comment, subscribe for everything he has going on. Make sure you tap in with him. No Jumper, that building has been a building that's been building. We'll just say that to say the least. Let's see what Trap Lord Ross.
Jumper has developed a reputation as a pipeline that takes figures from the gangbanging world of the LA streets to being entertainers, podcasters, and rappers. But unfortunately, as we see time and time again, not everybody makes it to the promised land of podcast glory. In fact, over the past few years, an unsettling number of hosts, affiliates, and regular faces connected to No Jumper have ended up tied to serious criminal cases. This has created endless rumors online, with people making ridiculous claims that real law enforcement, the FBI, the ATF, the CIA must be heavily monitoring or even are the ones operating the No Jumper podcast studio.
Now, I ain't saying that No Jumper's a police, but what I am saying is y'all niggas go to jail a lot over there. Like an awful lot.
Many people pushing the wild theory that the owner, Adam22, might just be a full-blown federal agent. Anyway, there's no real evidence that ties No Jumper to the feds. That's just the reality of hosting and offering opportunities to so many figures that have got ties to the real-life streets and gangs. Criminal gang.
Now, that is true. But at the same time, kind of makes you wonder, how does this situation just continue to occur over and over and over again with seemingly no retribution?
Have historically abided by the principle of omerta, a code of silence. But that was a long time before things like drill music or podcasts became a thing. Nowadays, besides drill rappers like King Von and Lil Durk, who use real-life crimes in their music as an important part of building their brands, there's a whole lineup of podcasts focused on hip-hop culture that blur the lines between entertainment and real gang politics. The likes of DJ Vlad interviewing the most infamous rappers, athletes, gangsters, mobsters, and mafiosos, and most importantly, the No Jumper podcast, which made stars of gang-affiliated larger-than-life personalities like Crip Mac and 4Extra. One of the most infamous hosts of No Jumper in recent years is Rolling 60s member Brick Baby. His crazy stories from the streets of LA all the way to Atlanta, where he tapped in with some of the most famous rappers and trappers in America, made him one of LA's most beloved podcasters. Brick Baby had a years-long come-up as a podcaster on No Jumper, while also juggling his rap career and dropping numerous songs and music videos, some of which I made cameos in.
I can see why people could be upset with Traveler Ross, because he makes it sound so sinister. Like, even with the music behind it, it's like, God damn, it's a scary movie with Michael Myers behind me. he makes it sound so sinister. Like, I don't know if it's an accent. I'm not sure what it is, but something about it make it seem like you niggas finna go to jail. Like, golly.
Become friendly with Brick during appearances on the No Jumper podcast myself, but according to the criminal complaint, before Brick Baby went all in on podcasting, he was still connected to street activity. The criminal complaint would paint a picture of Brick Baby still ripping and running in the streets of LA and paying percentages of robberies he was involved in directly to Big U. However, this wasn't the only suspicious street activity that would come back to haunt Brick during his podcast arc. He was also connected to the ambush on rapper Quando Rondo in August of 2022. Quando, who had $1 million bounty on his head after Chicago drill rapper King Von was shot dead in a fight with Quando's entourage, would visit Los Angeles and be ambushed by masked shooters who had flown all the way from Chicago to kill Quando on behalf of Lil Durk, allegedly. But things went wrong, and they ended up killing his cousin Lil Pab, real name Savia Robinson, by mistake. But to make matters much...
Now, this was probably a bad thing for Brick to say on camera. They say you can't say Slide for Von no more because of Lil Pab, kind of implying that a body was caught, a flu flam, a skull dug, and a larceny was hit as a result of. But this is why people will say that No Jumper's a police, because it provided the platform for Brick Baby to have such a reckless slip of the tongue, for lack of better words. And it just kind of makes you wonder, is it the No Jumper curse? Or is it a lack of responsibility on Brick Baby's part when it comes to what should and shouldn't be said on camera, and what should and what shouldn't be discussed on camera?
Worse and more complicated, Brick Baby and Big U's names were brought up into the mix immediately. Quando's tragic situation was allegedly the culmination of a multi-year back and forth with Big U himself, as Quando Rondo also reps the Rolling 60s Crips, but is part of a set that branched off in his native city of Savannah, Georgia. This means that he's not a direct member of LA's Rolling 60s Crips, but there's a connection, and as a result, he seemed to have a relationship with Big U and always looked up to him. As mentioned, besides Big U allegedly using his charity as an extortion vehicle, he would more famously be a big proponent of the idea of checking in. Interestingly, Quando had numerous interactions with Big U in the lead up to this tragic incident that took his cousin's life. Big U has claimed on The Breakfast Club that Quando actually reached out to him for protection and suggested that despite claiming Rolling 60s, Quando had never showed him love until he began having problems with Lil Durk after King Von's death.
All this looks really bad in hindsight. Like, social media is pretty much taking down like some pretty powerful figures in hip hop, criminal underworld, and all of the above. If you're gonna be involved in this type of activity, you just gotta really stay off the internet. I think that's just what it all comes down to.
Quando Rondo, I just showed envy. Like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. You didn't me before that. You know what I mean? You had my number. You could have called me. You could have did all that.
This elicited a response from Quando, who denied ever calling Big U for protection, instead saying that he was only asking how he could give back to his community.
Once called nobody, no on planet Earth for no protection. Because I don't fear no man. Why would I wait to get us? Anybody that I ever called, I call on some like, how can I help? How can I do this? How can I do that? I never called no person on planet Earth for protection.
Big U would address Quando and hint toward
none of this aged well.
Extortion, repeatedly saying that unless there's a donation for his organization, he's not interested.
Yeah. So I'm addressing this little thing with young nephew with Quando. First of all, I never talked to Quando. It ain't nothing but love with Quando. Nephew reaching out to do something for the kids, definitely do that. Because I never talked to him. He just asked me if somebody reached out. I just feel like I know Cuz, and I've been knowing him. And I never heard from him after we had a conversation maybe a year and a half ago. No, maybe 2 years ago. And then, so when he called me, I'm only on positive vibes. I'm going to pull up on Cuz, or he can pull up on me.
A month later, Big U would appear on No Jumper in an interview where he seemingly apologized to Quando and indicated that there had been a miscommunication.
Man, this is where you enter the No Jumper curse right here.
These beefs just sort of spiral out of control, whereas it might have been more
isolated. I can't understand it, because somebody got to be a man at some point and say they was wrong. Like, as far as Quando Rondo, I was wrong for saying it, but he was wrong for not reaching to his homeboy. And then on the same line that I reached out to you, you reached back out to me on it. You know what I'm saying? But I apologize to my homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed that within a month of this back and forth, dues had been paid, and Quando would appear as the first guest on Big U's ominously titled Checking In podcast. Big U would start the podcast off by welcoming Quando to LA.
Checking in for my young fella Quando. Yeah, man. What's up, young fella? Is you in California, huh?
You
You see? You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm glad to have you, man.
Well, this doesn't look like the relationship of two people who don't care for each other. Seems pretty comfortable.
Would seemingly patch over their past feud by exchanging mutual apologies, with Big U elaborating that his nephew had vouched for Quando, who had told Big U that he did Quando wrong.
When I told him, as a man, my little homie called me, and he told me, Unc, you was wrong. But I'm going to say I was wrong, too, because you said I was wrong. You know what I mean? And as a man, like I told them, I know when I'm going to apologize, because I'm supposed to be a bigger person. You know what I mean?
Big U would also specify that he had never asked for any money from Quando for checking in, explaining that their dispute was purely over a misunderstanding.
Every city I go to, I check in with somebody, bro. And that's what it's about. Because people think that.
Well, checking in doesn't have to mean extortion. It just means that, you go to somebody's city that's not your own, and, you got love for that person got love for you. You might not know the temperature of what's going on. It doesn't even have to be like as far as like the streets or anything concerned. It can just be like the temperature, just what's going on in the city. Because you come to LA, think that you smooth in Hollywood, not knowing that 4 people just got robbed out there last weekend. Things can change up, situation can change up, and that has nothing to do with gangbanging or gang affiliation. That's just monitoring and being, cognizant of where you are and the temperature of where you are, the temperament of where you are. So I don't think there's anything wrong with checking in. I think that that's, not like on the list of like, oh my gosh, you feel me? People make it seem like, oh, you a buster if you check in and all that kind of stuff. I think it's more of a safety protection issue. If you're a guest within somebody's city, I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't want to like talk to said person about the goings on in their city. Should you be there? Let me know what you think in the comments.
I'm a bully and I cancel money. I get money. I ain't never asked you for not one dime. Not one dime.
Big U would also explain the process of checking in with the Rolling 60s, explaining exactly what a rapper coming to LA should expect.
Because you might check in with me. I'm going to tell you what clubs to go to and what clubs not to go to. I'm going to tell you where the bad is, and I'm going to tell you where the is. I'm going to tell you who got the good, how to get the sack. You got dudes come out all the time, buy a sack, and getting robbed. They ain't dealing with the right people.
What now seems rather ironic, Quando would immediately join in on praising the process of checking in, saying how people have completely misunderstood what it means.
Hopefully this interview opened everybody's eyes on the check-in part. Like, that's not on nothing negative.
However, a year later, Quando Rondo would visit LA again, where according to the OT...
Trap Lord Ross is painting a cold picture, ain't he?
The indictment, Chicago rapper Lil Durk and his team got word from an unnamed...
And for those of you guys who don't know, Lil Tim, who is one of Quando Rondo's homies, Rolling 60 out of Savannah, Georgia, is who knocked down King Von. King Von is Durk's homie, which will put the 127 like Sierra onto Quando Rondo. You feel me? That all being said, they was in Atlanta. Situation popped off. King Von fired on King Von fired on Quando Rondo, and Quando Rondo's homie knocked King Von down in the parking lot at I think it was called the Marquee at the time, downtown Atlanta. It was a crazy night.
Source in LA, known in the indictment as co-conspirator number 4, that Quando was indeed staying in the city. They would get his location and follow him around, eventually ambushing him at a gas station where his cousin Lil Pab was killed. Now, interestingly, speculation circulated that the Rolling 60s were the ones who tipped off the Chicago hit squad to Quando's location, with a particular accusation that Brick Baby was the one responsible, due to him apparently being the Rolling 60s member with the closest ties to Lil Durk. Brick would also openly claim to not like Quando in an August 2021 No Jumper interview, calling him out for claiming Rolling 60s and trying to get Big U and the LA Crips to try and squash his beef with Lil Durk and the Black Disciples, saying that he needs to check in every time he comes to LA.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
None of this is going to play out well at all. Trap Lord Ross, that's why they be on you, bro. This is why they be on TLR, Trap Lord Ross. This why they be on you, bro. Because this right here make it seem like it's more than a flu flam of foot, my boy.
Yeah, you claiming it, you ain't providing for this. Come on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Quando Rondo.
You're not fucking.
Boy, stop.
What is it?
Boy,
Explain.
stop it. Don't come to the 60s.
What is it? Explain it, sick.
And want to provide now that brought them on your ass. You get what I'm saying? Like we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
At all. We not doing none of that.
Well, that's gotta be weird for you because you've Dirk so much.
It ain't weird for me.
Yeah.
It ain't weird for me at all. You know what I'm saying? You're not from rolling 60s.
Oh, really?
You're not from LA rolling 60s. You're not from rolling 60s.
Right.
On the hood. We didn't make that call.
But
You didn't put that on the board like you finna make this play. On the hood. We didn't make that call.
But didn't Big U and him kind of squash it at a certain point, I feel
You
like?
gotta come talk to the streets.
Big U's a little removed from a lot of it.
No, he is the streets. You gotta come talk to the people who feet in the streets. You gotta come clear yourself on both angles.
Rick would be seen in the studio.
Yeah. Now that people are in jail for this, now that indictments are coming down for this, just kind of makes you wish that these kind of conversations never happened on No Jumper. But then again, would it be the No Jumper curse if it happened anywhere else? If these situations happened anywhere else, would it be the No Jumper curse? Probably not.
With Lil Durk in the months before the shooting, and days after the murder of Lil Pab, Brick Baby would post on social media telling Quando he's a fake Crip for not checking in with him and giving them money and guns.
From out of town. And you banging the hood from California. You're an imitation gangbanger if you do not check in. If you do not make sure your hood is funded. If you don't make sure your hood got blicks. If you don't make sure your hood got sticks and the kids is eating over there. The couple put you down with the play family is straight. You're an imitation because a motherfucker don't deal with the same enemies we deal with in LA.
However, Brick Baby would then bizarrely go on to do a series of interviews.
Yeah, man, not just not the best thing. A to Z, what's the deal, man? Just breaking down this No Jumper curse, man. Trap Lord Ralston put together a pretty good piece of work. So we just breaking it down like a pound. You feel me? You know how I go. Breaking it down like a pizzan. Breaking it down, baby. Pound for baby.
Speaking on the situation directly, he would tell Cam Capone News that Quando was smart to try and squash the beef with Big U.
But it was a great move for him, like to go check in with the big dog, because that's our big dog. So you trying to get him to soften up the people that's around your age and, you know what I'm saying, still outside. He's still outside too, but you get what I'm saying, to soften it up for us.
Around a month after the shooting, Brick Baby would be seen on social media flexing bundles of cash and releasing a new song with OTF artist C3, a track called Bricklato, a track which heard C3 rapping that people claiming 60s will see the real 60s getting at them and that someone is dropping their location so the ops can pull up. This was followed with songs like the April 2023 banger Not Enough, where Brick raps how his gang received over $1 million for their last body. Million, of course, being the exact number that Lil Durk had allegedly put on Quando's head. However, for the record, no real proof has ever surfaced definitively showing that Brick had any part in what happened to Quando, and I was quite convinced that Brick was simply making the most of this unsubstantiated rumor just to promote his rap career. But as time went on, more hints would be dropped about the 60s being involved in the incident. Particularly telling was Quando denouncing his Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crip membership in an online post where Quando says that he's no longer part of the gang and that he's laying his blue bandana down, specifically mentioning how it makes no sense for him to be part of the Rollin' 60 neighborhood Crips since they mess with his opposition, essentially inferring that someone from the LA Rollin' 60s had set him up to get shot at in LA on behalf of Lil Durk, with Quando saying that it doesn't take rocket science to see what's going on, and ending the message by saying that he's...
Man, imagine your homies backdooring you and then put it on social media. Sheesh. You get backdoored by your homie and then you get put on social media. Double win.
Now just going to focus on his family and loved ones. Big U's nephew, Tiny Draws, reacted to Quando's post, pointing out that this essentially happened to Quando because he failed to show respect to the Rollin' 60s in LA, pointing out that Quando refused to check in, so they didn't check out and look out for him, as well as saying that there's only one way out of the gang, seemingly alluding to Quando getting killed, and saying that if he had shown the 60s love...
Nah, man, he wasn't alluding to nothing like that. We're not gonna say nothing like that. He wasn't alluding to nothing like that. There was no illusions or alludings or anything like that, man. No. That's not what it is, man. That's not what it is.
Love, like he shows love to people like NBA Youngboy, then maybe things might have been different, claiming that Quando was disloyal and that the streets don't play fair. After the LA assassination attempt on Quando that claimed his cousin's life, Big U appeared on social media, seemingly taking a dig at Quando by saying that if he took a loss, he wouldn't leave his gang behind. There would be no crying from him.
Imagine all the dudes, and when the storm came, they folded their tent, they went inside, or they shut down. No. They ain't with no real dude. When it get hard for me, I get quiet, I get still. Because I need to hear all the doors is open. I said I welcome the challenge. When it get hard, I welcome it. I look for it.
Later on, Big U appeared in a video seemingly celebrating a deal with FX relating to that 2021 show Hip Hop Uncovered, telling the audience that he's celebrating while smoking a cigar to the camera.
It's really just a celebration.
Now, things can be going great, man. TV show going on. We finna start working with FX. That's a beautiful thing. And it's a shame that a flu flam just had to be afoot and take the attention away from that, because we never did get that show. That show probably would have been dope, man. That probably would have been something great for the culture. But anytime these things happen and these guys start going to jail, ultimately we as the fans lose. You know what I'm saying? Of course they lose. They end up in jail and all that kind of stuff. But just looking at it from a outside looking in perspective, you know, just from a viewer perspective, man, we lose because we lose on so many great pieces of television and so many great, you know, impactful things to our culture that just never come about.
I don't drink. I got this as a gift from a production company for the success we had with Hip Hop Uncovered. Just thought I'd kick it with y'all and chop it up. I don't smoke, but I do get to celebrate. Good things do happen to good people.
Big U would continue to smoke, telling viewers that he's been finishing projects for years and having a celebratory smoke for a reason that he can't tell people about, as well as congratulating young men who have completed projects with him, leading to speculation that he was speaking with a double meaning.
I heard somebody said the problem with Big U is he don't complete nothing. I've been completing these projects for years. It's all smoke. But this here, I'm just going to throw this up on the story. It's just a little celebration and only we know what it's about. Congratulations to the successful things I have done with these young men and young women alike too. It's just a celebration. Y'all will probably ask what, but I ain't going to say it.
But it was Brick Baby that would have people really concerned.
Now, that could be anything. That could be talking about like a football program. That could be talking about school programs, because we're not going to pretend like we don't know that Big U does do a lot of street advocacy and a lot of things for his community. Say what you want about him, hate him or love him, don't care for him, whatever your business. Can't act like what he was doing for the kids wasn't real. You can't act like the football program wasn't real. So with that being said, since he has been gone, that football program for the kids has been, you know, all but lost. So, I mean, you can feel how you want to feel, say what you want to say. The positives are the positive, as the negatives are the negatives.
When he would outright say in a No Jumper interview with Poetic Flacco that people can no longer tell Lil Durk that he has to slide for Von because of the murder of Quando's cousin, Lil Pab.
He did something. Oh, slide for him. Oh, you. Oh, yeah.
Slide for Von, right? Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh, yeah, because of... Wait, no. Like,
They
who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Or who?
Nah, because Lil Pop.
Oh!
Brick would go on to say...
See, now that right there was something that he should have said. You feel me? He should have just kept it super quiet.
That Quando has to lay in the bed that he made by not showing love to the Rolling 60s in LA.
You should have been doing the right thing from off the rip. That's what they say. The bed, you gonna lay in the bed that you make.
He would also note that Quando was done for beefing with Durk, who has $20 to $30 million to his name.
That just signed the deal for like 20, 30 million, Durk, right?
Yes.
Who the f wanna beef with Cun for you? Too much money, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, man.
Don't beef with rich people.
Don't beef with rich people, man, unless you're gonna slide. And you don't need to say nothing out loud.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, point blank period. Don't put that bag of thing on your head.
These bold comments called...
See, yeah, all this right here could be considered just a little bit too much talking. This could be considered a little bit too much conversation. This could be a little bit extra out, man. And again, it's just taking place at the No Jumper podcast studio. And no, you can't blame Adam 22 for what Brick Baby said, because these are Brick Baby's words. But at the same time, people always will say, well, what is it about Adam 22 that makes these people get so honest? It's like, do you just have like honest guys? You know, they have laughing guys. Do you have like honest guys that come to these vents? Like, because I don't understand why people sit on these couches and then just go crazy with telling on themselves.
A shock on Twitter from other apparent Rolling 60s members, and Brick Baby would later deny that his comments were self-snitching, reaffirming that he had nothing to do with the shooting and was just parroting what was already being said on the internet.
like I said, I already knew I was out of town when it happened. The police, first of all, Trap Lord Ross and all these other detectives, and I'm not shout out Trap Lord Ross though, because he ain't doing nothing but just making this content. You know what I'm saying? If you were that in public to get caught doing a murder to where he can put it together without being a police, kind of. I put in this song with me and C3 that was going to get released a month before it happened, and it say some like it was some viral, like the video went kind of crazy. I think he said something, we had a real 60s get at you or something like that, but we recorded this damn near 6-7 months before it anyway. So, but it was somebody else.
Yeah, really bad timing. Like the absolute worst timing, I guess.
Yeah, and then Dirk was in the video. I was flashing money and all that. Name one person that's gonna give. Where's the million at?
The rumor was that there was $1 million on Quando Rondo's head, and that as a result, that there's a lyric that Brick has on another song where he says,
"We charge a quarter for a pack of 100's not enough." And I said, "The last start the pack,
we got $1 million plus."
Yeah, because on the internet they were saying that I took 100,000 from Dirk and I signed the OTF and I had to do a hit for it. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, we charge a quarter for a pack. Like, you can't pay me 100,000 to kill nobody. Like, I'm charging $1 million plus. You know how much it costs for a to get out of jail after a murder? I'm really popping it.
Ultimately, despite the bombshell indictment of Lil Durk and a handful of other.
Yeah, and again, as this situation has led to now, we know people are incarcerated and a lot of flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny with these dudes now sitting in a federal penitentiary. Maybe we shouldn't have said this.
But alleged co-conspirators for murder for hire in October 2024, it still appears that Brick was not officially involved, and he's not been formally charged in relation to this incident. But this was a major incidence of street activity surfacing on a podcast for all to see, and the eventual criminal complaint against Big U would indeed reference what happened to Quando directly, with a wiretapped conversation observing Big U saying what happened to Quando was a direct result of not checking in. So all of this was going on behind the scenes, but at the same time, the likes of Brick Baby and Loose Cannon were jumping in podcast studios, letting small details slip. However, if there was one person who was truly a danger to Big U with a microphone in front of him, it would be Whack 100. Another infamous gang-related figure in LA politics, Big U always had a strange relationship with Whack 100, who was arguably the red bandana-rocking Pyru counterpart to Big U's blue rag-rocking Crip persona. Both OG status.
Yeah, not really, but okay. I see why you could think that. Not really true, because Wax a flu flammer, a skulldugger, and a larcener, but okay.
LA street legends with a formidable reputation in the streets and the industry, Whack 100 and Big U have had some disagreements in the past, like in 2019, when a leaked audio would have Whack implying that Eric Holder did what he was supposed to do as a gangster.
It's a harsh reality, but we stepping out of civilization into the jungle of gangbanging. Because the last young man, right? When it comes to the rules of engagement of gangbanging, he did what he was supposed to do when another gangbanger calls you or a snitch. You're supposed to handle your business. And can't nobody say that's wrong.
Given what Nipsey was reportedly accusing him of, this would cause some controversy in the media, as many would see Whack to be defending Holder's actions and excusing Nipsey's murder. Big U would then seemingly have a conversation with Whack 100 behind the scenes, after which Whack would post what appeared to be an apology on his social media. Not long after, Whack and his artist Blueface would appear on the No Jumper podcast, where Whack would provide more context to his earlier comments.
He puts it out there like I said some horrible, crazy, right?
Right.
But he's playing the subscriber follow game. You notice he's been saying, come subscribe, and I'm going to let it out. It's been like 2-3 weeks of subscribe, and he's going to let it out. So what I did was call Reggie Rice platform, and just everything I said to Reggie.
Now, when it comes to this accusations and all the disrespect that Whack had towards Nip, it's almost been like 3 or 4 years by now, and we've yet to see anything that Whack was alleging about Nipsey Hussle, saying that he had these tapes on him, he was this, he was that, trying to say that he was bad people's. We've yet to see anything that can prove this point. We just seen a bunch of lies, flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny from Whack, for real.
Right. So now what you gonna put out? Listen, I'm not a gang banger anymore. I haven't gang banged in like over 20 years. Meaning I haven't woke up and hated the Crip or seen a dude in blue and wanted to do something to him because I thought he was a Crip.
Really?
Right? That's gang banging, right? So I'm from where I'm from. That's gonna always be that, right? So I understand gang culture. Gang culture is different from the religious culture, which is different from
the Jewish culture. Every culture is different. And in that jungle, the rules change. Now, are the rules irrational? Damn right. Are they right? Probably not. But these are the rules of this jungle. And it's been like that 50, 60 years, right? In this situation, you have a rapper and you have a dude that's a straight, authentic gang member. His whole life are these blocks. It's all he knows. And in the culture of gang banging, when you call a motherfucker a snitch,
Well, here's the thing. It's, when it's all said and done, you got to look at it in totality. Wack is actually named by Big U's lawyer as an informant in his current case. So with that being said, there's nothing that you can really say or, do in looking back at it in hindsight as it falls in relation to this type of content that won't really absolve him from actually being exactly what he's always portrayed himself to, by his street definition, the street terms, despise, but actually truly is.
When you call somebody these things in this jungle, is no different than you being a football player and going on the field without your helmet on. You're going to get hit.
However, also giving Big U props for starting Nipsey's career. He would also say that the love that Nipsey was getting after his death was fake, and that Nipsey wasn't getting praised like that or being called a legend while he was still alive, and that he objectively was not a legend during his life based on the numbers.
Right. If it wasn't for Big U, y'all wouldn't know the Nipsey Hussle of today. So what I'm saying is you got a man who died with 1 million followers and no radio hit and no platinum plaques. But because everybody started talking like it was a goddamn Popeye's chicken sandwich, everybody jumped on the back.
This is where you can start seeing like Wack 100. This is where he started disassociating with Big U. And this is where Wack started outwardly showing his hatred for the Rolling 60s.
Bandwagon. Right. And now he done went 10, 20 times platinum. The radio is spinning his song. Come on, bro. How long did they spin his song?
Right.
All day, every hour. Nipsey had like 2, 3 songs I felt should have went. Last time I checked, like it was great records. Right. Bullets ain't got no name. Great records.
Yeah.
Why and this rumor about him being independent, that's some bullshit. Like, look, it's idiots. If you scroll down to the iTunes, it says Atlantic Records. Right. So now
that's on one album or maybe like 2 albums, and then you have all his actual independent projects. So I'm not really sure again why Wack pushed that false narrative. I'm not really sure why he had so much animosity and so much hatred in his heart when it came to that situation. But the reality of the situation is that's just not the actual truth.
He has a machine behind him. So where was all these fans like Blueface? He got platinum plaques. Oh, no. You know why he got platinum plaques? Because his fans followed him. They supported him. They streamed, they download, things of that nature. Nipsey's never been on a...
The crazy thing about that is there's nothing about Blueface's career that ever compares to the actual legacy and the tangibility of what Nipsey Hussle's career did. Nipsey Hussle's career is continuing to live past his life expectancy, past his actual physical presence. Should Blueface deceased right now, we just have Krishan Rock and Stewie Griffin as 2 baby mamas.
World tour. Why? He did not die an A-list artist. That's real. Y'all talking about he was a legend. If he was a legend, why y'all didn't treat him like that while he was here?
Adam would also ask Wack about his phone call with Big U, with Wack responding by lashing out against people who were attacking Big U after Nipsey's death with the conspiracies about him being involved, before giving Big U more praise about his role in Nipsey's career.
What was the phone call with Big U like after those headlines started popping up about that leaked audio?
Oh, we always talk about our white kids, what business ventures we doing next, and things of that nature. Like, we don't have that type of conversation about, they even attacked him. That was a weird, they last thing was Big U was honoring him at one of his events. So people make it look like Big U and Nipsey was enemies, conspiracies and all this crazy.
Right.
And the world wouldn't know who Nipsey Hussle was in the magnitude that he was in if it wasn't for Big U.
Right.
During 2020, Wack and Big U would do several major podcasts together, and the two were seemingly on cordial terms. Unfortunately, the following year, there was seemingly starting to be some more serious disagreements, with Big U implying on his Checking In podcast how he was disagreeing with a lot of things that Wack had been doing lately.
Yeah, I just like to call this guy from where?
You know what I mean? I disagree with a lot of things he's doing right now.
Because Wack started to conduct himself like a fool. It could have been cool. It could have been quiet. It could have been to the point. It could have been direct. It could have been easy going. But Wack had to turn it into something that it wasn't. Wack had to make it into a flu, flam, a skull, Doug, and a Larson.
When you get to the point where I can't reach out and talk to you and try to correct you, like, look, we're trying to go on this path, I got to remove myself. I don't mind being chastised. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm bigger than the program. And so what people don't understand is that sometimes people can get to that point.
Meanwhile, Loose Cannon, who was still at this point cool with Big U, would release a diss song to Wack in September 2021 titled Cookout, aka Wack, I Know You're Saying Talking, as well as dissing Wack and calling him a rat on his YouTube channel whilst walking around Wack's old stomping grounds in Pacoima and saying that Big U runs the West.
So it's like, Wack, it's like you do all this internet thugging and acting like you just so turned up, putting it on Paru this, Paru that. Nobody seen you do nothing. And you beat up a kid that was don't finish in Miami. What's that name? Stitches. Like,
Isn't it crazy that Loose Cannon and Wack started off beefing, they got cool and then ended out beefing? How you started is how you finish, face ass.
bro, you did some bus rash, and then you acting like you got clout. Then you paid $2 to act like they KKK, but it was construction workers, and you paid them $150. All that clout chasing don't equal up to real, bro. We on real time. Like, you talking about let's get down. You don't want to get down with the low, nigga. And you could put that on Paru. I bet you on any dollar. You don't want to get down with the low. No, you staring death in his eyes. That's why you want to run with some cowards. Oh, let me call Big U. Let me do this. He don't with you. He's a. He don't with rats. He don't with rat lovers. He don't doing police.
As Luce would explain in a podcast at the time, his beef with Wack started from the producer Marley Marl allegedly scamming $50K from Luce that was meant to go towards getting a feature from the rapper Offset. This led to Luce allegedly beating Mally up and filming the confrontation. This would lead to Wack, who's Mally's friend,
Damn, how Offset get involved?
to have a problem with Luce, which would then escalate into a full-blown beef.
Yeah, so when I did that, Wack 100 was going around talking about, yeah, we don't with Loose Cannon. He did this, the Marley Marl. Cuz can't go back to his hood and stuff like that. I'm like, you in Palmdale, Lancaster ass. Like, come on, cuz, like, I'm in the hood every day. Like, bro, what you talking about?
In June 2022, Wack would appear on the Dub C and CJ Mack Show podcast, where CJ Mack would question Wack about all the enemies that he did.
Wack has never been allowed to do nothing like that ever since. Ever since, all these dudes have stepped away from Wack. Because I forgot that he was on the CJ Mack and Dub C podcast, and them niggas got away from him.
Been making, with Wack responding that there's only one person who he wishes things could have been different with, and that's Big U.
It's probably only one person out of everything you've been seeing going on that I wish it could have been different.
Right. Right. It's all good.
Right?
It's all good. Yeah.
And that's Big U.
Despite there clearly being some heavy tension between the two, Wack would show him a lot of love during the podcast, saying that he just can't see Big U as an...
That's because he couldn't sit on that podcast and disrespect Big U because one of them two ninjas, if not both of them two ninjas, would have checked him. So that's Wack submitting to the environment that is. You can't sit in front of these two dudes and disrespect Big U and think that they're going to just sit there and tolerate the disrespect.
Enemy due to their past friendship.
Because I can't mentally see him as my enemy.
Right.
I don't think really in his heart, he ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. It's too deep.
Never mind. We're gonna see him. We're gonna see.
That's like,
right.
I couldn't face his wife or his children.
Yeah.
Right. Knowing I was played a part in anything that had anything, that's just not happening.
But Big U would respond back, saying that he's accepting no apologies from people calling him out.
I don't really address a lot of the said on the internet, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna address this, and I'm gonna address this fast and quick. I heard about the little CJ Mack and Dub C interview with that guy. I don't accept no apology from no disrespect my name, disrespect my family, and call me on my name. I ain't cool with nothing. I ain't cool with that CJ Mack. I ain't cool with that Dub C. I ain't cool with none of that, man. And that's all I got to say on that.
Unfortunately for Wack, it seemed that behind the scenes things would reach a boiling point. On the 8th of July 2022, Wack's longtime artist The Game was performing at LA venue The Novo for the release of...
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was going to say. Right there is what I was talking about, and what I was referring to is when them dudes got up on Wack and chased Wack off the stage.
Dramatic album. At one point during the show, the crowd would go into a frenzy when Kanye walked out onto the stage, as Wack 100 could be seen to the side, ushering him onto the floor. Moments before, it seemed like a scuffle was taking place.
Look at Trap Lord Ross using my content. That's right, Trap Lord Ross. I ain't even mad at you. That's a rich trapper clip right there. That's a rich trapper clip right there. Wack getting dealt with it and roughed up backstage. I did that. Look at me.
To the side of the stage where Wack and Kanye just emerged from, with some claiming that this was actually Wack being attacked by a group of Rollin 60s, including Big U's nephew Tiny Draws. Once Kanye took to the stage, Wack would find refuge on that stage, standing in front of the crowd, where it wouldn't really be possible to continue the attack. Standing here, Wack would shake his head and whisper to another man on stage and gesture a finger to his head, seemingly indicating that there was some brain-dead activity going on. Wack, visibly sweating, seemed to gesture to someone next to him that he would be moving through the front of the stage when the performance ended. Wack would continue politicking to the person next to him and pointing around as if looking for the most effective exit route. He would scratch his chin and continue to look behind him where the issue seemed to have started.
Clearly, even Trap Lord Ross can see that Wack got whooped out. He always, oh, nobody put their hands on me. Brother, everybody can see that you got hands put on you, brother. We can all see that you were accosted, brother.
Ye looked ready to leave the stage. Wack turned to clear his path, but in what seemed like an excruciating moment, the Game would then begin to give a heartfelt speech to Ye, stopping him in his tracks. Game would then perform his classic song Dreams that was produced by Kanye, while Wack would whisper something to Ye himself. All the while, Wack would continue to look at what was going on behind him. A drummer then seemed to give him advice on the best way to get out of there, while Wack continued to look over his shoulder. Then, Lil Wayne would take the stage as Wack remained to the side, seemingly leaning.
Wack got up out of there. Lil Wayne went on. Wack got off.
Back to say something to somebody. Wack remained at the side, tucked away with Ye during Wayne's performance, looking back a lot, and eventually getting into a conversation with somebody up close. At one point, even Ye would start looking concerned, and it seemed to be at this point when they agreed to leave through the front of the stage, right through the crowd. At which point, Wack took Ye by the arm and led him behind the speaker, tucked away so nobody could see where they were going. Ready to step into the crowd, notably flanked by two members of his entourage, Wack would jump off the pretty high stage to get into the crowd floor and exit through this crowded area. Interestingly, someone wearing a blue cap would moments later step by and peer around the speaker to see if Wack was there. They were already gone. And seemingly after Wack had cleared the stage, during Big U's Artist Corrupts performance, Tiny Draws and other Rollin 60s would get onto the stage themselves, performing a victory crip walk. It seemed that Wack wasn't
performing a victory crip walk is sick. Now, I want to say that this is what Big U is being charged with assault with. So it's the assault comes from this night, from this clip that Trap Lord Ross is actually about to show. And right now, in actual real time, Big U has been charged by the federal government for assault on Wack 100. It's not an overt act. It's an actual pending situation. And yeah, man, and it's because of what's going to happen right here. Now, before Trap Lord Ross ever introduced us to the internet, Wack 100 actually told this story on No Jumper. He didn't tell an accurate, truthful version of this story, but he did tell enough of the story to where his story from No Jumper is actually a direct 1-2 step like Sierra from the federal indictment. So yeah, man, that happened.
Able to completely shake loose, however, as he would apparently be caught up with in the parking lot by a group of Rollin 60s members that included Big U himself and Tiny Draws. A confrontation would ensue, which one 60s member would seemingly film as Wack stepped out of his car with his family inside. This was posted by somebody who was there online with an incredibly self-incriminating caption saying Wack 100 is a mark, begging to lift that thing up, talking about my wife and kids are here, better act like it, Buster. Someone would also post a clip showing Wack standing at the door of his car with a caption saying, the 60s is outside, dead homies. The 2025 criminal...
Now, Wack is clearly hiding behind security, clearly.
With a caption saying...
Right there. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a police officer. So you see Wack is clearly hiding behind the police. That's crazy. That's clearly Wack hiding behind the police. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
The 60s is outside, dead homies. The 2025 criminal complaint would reveal that a day after the incident, Big U had actually recounted the incident in a tapped conversation, claiming to have been there personally, and claiming to have cornered Wack with 15 to 20 Rollin 60 members, whilst Wack was on his own, leading to a standoff where Wack pulled a gun and pleaded with him not to attack. The Rollin 60s members would then take to social media afterwards to brag about Big U's nephew, Tiny Draws, running Wack off the stage at the Novo and knocking him out.
Wack 100 got, ooh, we not put on him. talk this out this his town?
You talk about every set.
Hold on.
Every guy.
Hold on, y'all hear they verse.
Talk about every guy, every set. Got there, got shocked out, ran to the front, and jumped off game stage, slid out that mother. I'm officially a buster.
What's your version of it?
My version is, man, Tiny Draws put them motherfucking bombs on it.
Hold on, we ain't doing no names now. We ain't doing no names.
He put them bombs, he got his mother head knuckled up. Hey.
Y'all hear that?
Hey, listen, he gonna remember the Novo. He don't remember nothing else in his life.
Hear that? He gonna remember what?
That's all he gonna remember the Novo.
And remember who?
He gonna remember. Oh, he gonna remember not to be saying things that he know he ain't supposed to.
6-0. You don't talk about us.
A day later.
Yeah, you know what? And that's actually true. And you can see right here where he does look a little swollen. Yeah, I forgot that this is true. This is definitely true. Goodness gracious.
Wack responded saying that he wasn't beating.
Now, I could definitely see how this could translate into Wack wanting to put the police on someone because goodness gracious.
Up and showing his face and head had no injuries, as well as hinting that the video didn't show everything that was going on in the scene, calling the situation a swing and a square off.
Knock it off, bro. Knock it off. Knock it off. Weird, bro. I don't mind you telling the truth, but stop lying. Cut the lies out. 20, that ain't nothing. Knock it off. Stop lying.
For the record, Wack later gave his own version of the incident where he suggested that, in fact, he had his own people, the same ones who left the spot.
So here's the situation where I said ended up with Big U catching the indictment. It was this interview that led to the federal government indicting Big U for assault on Wack 100. And it's crazy because Trap Lord Ross was sitting there in real time when this conversation was had. And I'm sure at that point he was like, how can I look into this? Get me some Chilion off of these niggas. Because, yeah, with that all being said. But, you know what I'm saying? This particular interview is what led to Big U being indicted for the assault on Wack.
Stage with him waiting in the sidelines and going on to say that he'd been holding a gun so powerful that made Big U and the 6-0s stop dead in their tracks and leave. You might not want to admit this.
It's crazy because Wack has not been charged with any gun or anything like that, despite telling us multiple times that he's a felon.
You had your blower.
Okay.
You're begging him not to kill him.
Now stop right there.
Right?
If I got my blower and you 20 deep with hoodies and I'm by myself, right? No begging to plead. That's when you really do it, right? What do you think my mentality was? I'm
gonna get off in threes. I'm gonna get off in threes.
You not to approach me and you come to get me. And I jump out my car talking. What kind of conversation you think I'm having to make a dude say don't nobody move?
I agree with you.
Now,
I feel like blick talk. I feel
third
like
y'all out there.
You probably
Call
was
third now. I'm about to expose something nobody ever knew. Oh, here it goes, right?
Ground
I'm
zero.
here. All of this is a parking lot, right? I'm here. They walk down. They walk right past my car. They didn't even see me. When I seen them get here, I jumped out. Y'all looking for me?
It's not how it is. We saw the video. You were hiding behind the security guard. We just literally watched the video.
Right? They stopped. They back was to me. Y'all, I had everything I had. I could have dealt with everything in front of me. Now, what they didn't know is I'm talking to my team. Big Unim is here. Now watch this. Look, watch this. Big Unim is here. I'm here out the car. Third, who was here, and here?
Taking notes?
Hold on. Third, who in that parking lot when I'm confronting these 20 Crips was 20 to 30 feet in every direction and they didn't know it? All my homies was behind them.
That's new information.
Listen.
That's new information, man.
So listen, check this out. So what I'm letting you know
There's no need to beg nothing. What did I tell that fool? My home, they still don't know to this day that all my homies was positioned 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They didn't even see him.
Despite Wack sharing his more explosive side of the story 3 years later, at the time, people were heavily clowning Wack as blogs would report that he was knocked down. Tiny Draws would later claim responsibility for the attack and claim that Wack was...
Yeah, Wack definitely met his flu-flaming match for sure.
Punched 3 times backstage and then ran onto the stage to avoid the 60s, as well as saying that they were aware that Wack had people with him in the parking lot and that none of them jumped out and did anything.
Yeah, Wack, your homies just kind of sat there and let it happen. They didn't really have your back. If that's your security team, you might want to, just try again.
I'm talking about two total incidents. He ain't talking about the right. Whatever happened in that garage, I don't know. Bro, that time when he went in the garage, it's like about 10 minutes prior to Cuz jumping on stage. That's the crazy part.
That guy said he was taking Kanye to the car, but ran to the car as damn still.
And no, that wasn't. That just walked from taking Kanye to the stage, and he was walking on stage, and he was walking up the stairs. Corrupt was going downstairs to go perform. We so happened to run across Cuz as he walking up. It's like how the stairs curve.
Yeah.
As soon as he walked up, the got dope fiend and then got hit again. And one of the little security that was with him pump fake like he had a blower. He took off running. They ran all the way.
Damn, Third, you ran. That's wild and crazy and wild.
Back to the stage. Chased down the hallway. They ran through their little security. Security was trying to stop us from getting on stage. He bow-guarded them. Them was already hopping down on stage, going to their little exit, whatever their little plan was. Wherever they got out from down there on the bottom of that little stage area is exactly what I ran to. When it got to his car. The show wasn't even over. DJ Quick didn't even perform yet. Gang didn't perform yet. He left like an hour or two before the show even over, and we stayed.
Yeah.
When he got to that parking garage, I can't tell you what happened. I wasn't there. But inside that, all that bullshit talking, it was 10 against 1, then 18 against 1, then 20 against 1. What incident is you talking about?
This would then lead to Tiny Draws jumping on Clubhouse with Wack to argue about the incident, with Tiny Draws arguably incriminating himself.
And this is where things kind of got bad. It's when he took it to Clubhouse because that's the snitch headquarters. All you're going to do is tell on you. Now it's
and threatening Wack and suggesting that Wack was lying since he wouldn't swear on his gang that the incident happened the way he said it did.
Put that on power.
Who is you though, bro?
This is Tiny Draws, Cash.
And I swear, that's when I started saying that niggas was getting indicted right there because Wack would have you say your real name, your hood name, what gang you was from, and he would have these dudes give the full police type outline, and boom, here we are at the indictment.
Well, what are we talking about?
We talk about what
are we talking about? What are we talking about? You tell me what we talking about. And he gets these dudes, he just talks these dudes into indictments, into, oh man, it's ugly.
What happened when you walked up them stairs? That on Pyro.
What happened?
You didn't get smacked in your head and you didn't get socked in your face.
Touch me.
Bro, put that on Pyro.
Why you nigga? You want me to
put that on Pyro?
Hey, you didn't. You would no other.
Man, look, bro, put that on Pyro.
If you would know.
Man, look, I'm not, bro.
Your Uncle Bitch Roll got drew down on.
You put everything on Pyro. Put that on Pyro. When you came up them stairs, smack you in your head. Put that on Pyro.
My head. Where you?
Put that on Pyro. Put that on Pyro. You didn't run on that stage. And
took
jump
the
on.
picture with my eye circle
bro,
like it was
that
my
on
eye.
Bro,
so it wasn't my head or my eye. I put that on your raggedy ass mama.
Put that on Pyro, bro.
Nah,
that's all you got to do.
Now, for the record, here's DJ Academic.
No, Wack did not ever Legend has it, Wack never did put that on Paru.
Wack's reacting to the whole situation at the time. Wack jokingly pointed out the seriousness of the clubhouse conversation, adding that Wack seemed to be isolating himself similar to 6ix9ine, but isn't rolling with enough security.
Wack, the game had a concert. Yeah, I believe the big Paru Wack got hit, man. Do y'all believe it or not? I've always said this. First of all, I do look at Wack as somebody with tremendous respect. I've watched him over the last couple of months, though. It's been interesting. I believe that Wack has completely isolated himself away from a lot of people that we would also consider either powerful or have some type of presence on, whether it's the West Coast or, within the game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some people have said that Wack is taking the 6ix9ine approach on some.
Wack would also add that Wack rarely gets confronted in person, but his comments about the Rolling 60s Crips and Nipsey has got him into a beef with people who are really about that life.
Only thing that's on the table to protect is the artist's interest. And here's the thing. It don't seem like the game got beef with some of these people that Wack got beef with. For example,
now you don't see the Wack with the game at all. At all. Your Uncle Draws got draw down on. It's crazy, right? He's admitting that he drew down on Big U, but he's not in jail. Crazy.
The dude who's arguing with Wack is saying, yo, after we punched on you, we partied with the gang. They are involved with their own 60s. They seemingly feel away. I guess this Tiny Draws dude, because he said he put it on Neighborhood Crib. They feel a certain type of way about it.
Funnily enough, Brick Baby would also react to this incident too, claiming to have actually personally been there as part of that group of 60s trying to rush Wack, and making fun of Wack for escaping through the crowd and getting caught in the parking lot.
So then we were still with the cop. They had hungry. It was that deja vu game after that. 6-0. Shout out nigga, Magic, and Black. What you gonna do? Weird. You on camera. Yeah, slapped it. Yeah, the message was clear.
Yeah, and that's why Wack hates these dudes, because it's a constant reminder that you're a victim.
So you got pieced up, you jumped off the side of the stage. Everybody know the backstage of the Novo. You know how you got up off the stage without the fans seeing you. You jumped in between the speakers. 6-0. Stop playing.
Man, bro, you a speaker jumper? You's a speaker jumper, bro?
Came out the back door and seen it, thought you saw a ghost.
The beef would continue after this incident. In September, Big U would seemingly throw more shots at Wack.
We ain't cutting no grass. You ain't cutting no grass?
No, we ain't cutting no grass.
Night what?
Know about that Thunderdog.
Somebody said they pull up. Oh.
Pull up?
No, it's a female.
Well, she can pull up too. She can come get a picture with the champ. Listen, man, I don't think y'all know this, bro. If anybody got anything to say about the big homie, cuz I'm on him. Like I told y'all before.
You better start acting like that.
Anybody got anything to say about the big homie, I'm on him.
You better start acting like that.
And then in October 2022, Wack would explain in an interview how his relationship with Big U had gone sour, saying that it had happened after Big U and Suge Knight had contacted Wack's label, suggesting that Big U should take over all of Wack's contracts, with Suge adding that Big U was the only person in LA that Wack was scared of.
Any situation that has something to do with me, whether I knew about it beforehand or not, he was also there for me. If that's what he needed to do. The fallout, once again, the two-headed snake, here comes Suge. Get a call from...
He looks like his feelings are hurt. He looks like he genuinely wants to cry.
My label. They said, man, we really want to tell you this, but Big U came down to see us. Not thinking nothing of it. He has already signed to him. So yeah, Suge on the phone. Oh, okay. Still not thinking nothing of it. Like, yeah, man, they were trying to convince me that I don't know how they thought this could work, even if I wanted to do it, to give your contracts to Big U, and she'll be saying something about, this is the only guy in Los Angeles that you're scared of. Those words never came out of Big U's mouth. I'm not going to put that. Came out of Suge's mouth. Oh, yeah? Well, what you tell her? So I told him, man, we've been doing business with this man. He's like family. I got to ask you to lead office. Great. So I'm kind of in the pickle. I don't know how to feel about it. So I said, all right. I waited a week. I wanted to see if Big U was going to call me and tell me this happened. Hey, man, I went down there. Suge had me go down there and said he was going to go.
A whole grown game banger in a pickle?
is absolutely positively preposterous.
Bullshit a deal. He started saying some crazy. I had no idea he was gonna say this. This is what I'm hoping.
Right.